You ever seen The Goods?
Yeah.
Where they're selling
are
cars?
you asking me if
Yeah.
I've seen you?
No, with Jeremy
I'm
Piven.
joking. I'm
Ever seen My Goods?
You ever seen the goods? They're
Ha-
beautiful.
have you?
Sparkling.
I mean, I lather them up with Kegels every night in the shower.
Probably.
But like when I used to work with my dad, if I heard like down the hallway someone being a to him,
Yeah.
I would like,
How
I would like get so enraged, and I'm like, what am I gonna go do? Yell at that 55-year-old man for giving my
Yes.
dad attitude?
Yeah.
The mouse goes out of the house, does it become a rat? And if a rat goes in the house, does it become a mouse?
Yeah, see,
Man,
she's got it.
That's some deep
We got up later. How'd you get the
zipper all the way to the top?
Beans over the front here, son. So when we
Right,
do this,
My sister's been through a lot.
of dick.
Thank you for tuning in to the Decision Reel movie review podcast where we review movies of today and yesterday. Wally's drinking the sangria.
It's a snazzy day.
We have Josh here with us.
All right.
He's sitting.
So proper.
He should have the sangria
Right.
with how he's sitting. He's looking fancy and sitting proper.
Fired up.
He's looking healthy. That's what he's got. His back seems great. We're just
He's fired up for the movie Breakup.
he's fired up
that
to
yet?
break up, I guess.
Just three
Pick-
dudes.
pick
in a chick flick.
Three dudes.
Thank God we land here.
That should be the side podcast.
That would be a great podcast. Three dudes in a chick flick. Every other Thursday. Yeah, anyways, Tara's going to be joining us here in a little bit. She's running behind, and we wait for no one on this podcast.
No.
This is a scheduled
We've
event,
waited long enough.
so it's happening.
I'm in.
The breakup. What it's about. In a bid to keep their luxurious?
Luxurious.
Wow.
You got it. You got liquid death.
Say it
Man's
for
been
me.
Sipping on the
Hold up. In a bid to keep their
luxurious.
condo from their significant other, a couple's breakup proceeds to get uglier and nastier by the moment. That is not this fucking movie.
They make it sound like the condo is the center of the
Right.
No. There's way more underlying issues.
This is like the second or third IMDb plot that is completely wrong.
Just missed, yeah.
Yeah, it's a single guy. There's one dude over there doing this.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not even gonna watch it.
Yeah, what does this look like?
Right. Ooh,
Yeah.
there's a new podcast idea. What does the movie look like from the
What do you think
trailer?
it is?
And we have to
Break it down.
we have to come up with a movie from the trailer, and then we watch it, and then have the end of it being
It's
like
hard
we are
'cause
so
we've
far
all
off.
seen so many movies. It'd be
Yeah,
near
you're right.
impossible.
It could only be new movies
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not old ones.
or like
Movies that haven't come out
the
yet.
silent era. Right. That would be new
We gotta
movies.
get to them quick.
I found a flaw in this idea.
I think you did. You definitely did. Anyways, the reels have already fell off. I can't talk tonight. They folded off. Too many of the liquid deaths for me.
Barry, get your
I'm gonna
Yeah,
take a-
it's not even flavored sparkling water. It's just flavored water.
No, it's sparkling.
Those bubbles.
I mean, I can leave
bubbles.
water out for a couple days and put it in a can. It would be flavored.
Do you mean from the tap?
It's already flavored from the tap,
time sitting out.
depending on what late. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Where can you find us, Wally?
Anything you got. Anything you got.
Anything you got, we're there
Anything you
at
got.
the Decision Reel. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
Anything you got.
Tic Tac. We're there. Anything you got.
She got,
Everything you got.
she got a tic tac and a knick knack.
Jesus Christ. Where to watch The Breakup for free. If you have a subscription to the CAC or Hulu, you can watch
The
it.
cack. To the cack.
Peacock.
I could check mine on Hulu.
CAK?
CAC.
The cack.
Yeah. Ain't no C-O-C-K. It's
Yeah,
the
I gotta
CAC.
make sure to get this. And that
Right.
cack is Boston. That's the Boston one, right?
I would think so.
We tried to discuss which accent is what, and I was kind of confused between New York and Boston for a
Right,
while.
the cap.
But
the cat.
the cack.
Right. Well, so you got to look at, so HBO used to be HBO Now, then HBO Max. Now it's just Max,
Max,
right?
yeah.
So Peacock has to go to just cock
Heck.
after this. Yeah.
Or just pee.
Or just P. Maybe they go P and then to the cock.
Maybe it's peak
Peak cock. Peak.
at my.
Jesus Christ. If you want to rent
Take
this
a
movie,
gander.
if you don't have the cock or Hulu, you can see it on Google Play, Amazon, Apple TV, and Vudu, as well as Redbox. This is written by Jeremy Gerlich and Jay Lavender.
Hello.
Not yet.
I thought I heard someone knock on the door.
So,
No. Nobody's here. It's just us.
Did you knock on the table?
No, I'm pretty sure
There's
my wife
fucking
is
ghosts
making.
on this podcast.
No, she's. Oh, look, I'm gonna get some foam. Amazon Prime
is there a
Day's coming
ruckus-
up.
Is there a ruckus going on up there?
Ruckus. I never know what she's doing.
I heard a ruckus.
Mom, the meatloaf. No, there's Amazon Prime Day's coming. I'm gonna get some acoustic tiles for the top of this, so we can't hear. Look, I'm spending so much money.
I know. We just had
Acoustic
this
tiles,
conversation.
$20. I can't do it.
People don't know. People. We
gotta
haven't really
scale
got.
back.
We haven't got. The people know us by like our little conversations.
Not.
but what
well,
you don't know about
Oh,
Muscolzi
jeez.
is Muscolzi has a lot of nerd things.
A lot of things.
He has a lot of things.
I got a little.
Invest in his hobbies a little deep.
A little too much. Here's the problem I have.
He's
It's
in control
not.
of this podcast, so
That's a problem. I have so many things I like, and they're all expensive.
Yeah.
You know how some people have like one or two hobbies?
are you flexing right now?
No, it's a problem.
You're
No.
inherently
It's-
flexing.
It's okay. I'm not flexing on purpose. I'm saying that I have so many hobbies that it's too much,
I'm with you.
right? Like music in itself
Jeez.
is a lot. Being a drummer
Mm.
adds to being more than a lot, right?
Is this
Obviously, hold
Still
on.
flexing. Keep going.
A guitar player can buy a lot of cabinets, a lot of fucking amps, a lot of
Are you
guitars.
comparing you and I right now?
Nope.
Go ahead.
The
Keep going.
eyeballs
I'm
is why
listening.
I compared.
Go ahead. Keep going.
So then I'm also a hockey player, and I've been a goalie for all my life.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Them knees.
But
are
then, because my
Knees are
knees were
gone.
gone, I went, I'm going to play forward instead. And then they put
Rack
my
it up.
defense because, like, oh, he's a goalie. He knows where to be. But no. So then a player, just in general, fucking sticks on
Yeah.
whatever. Those are expensive, or
Nothing cheap.
new helmets, visors, gloves. And I'm a guy that likes
And of course,
nice
yeah.
stuff.
Like
and,
nice
and,
stuff.
and also, when the new stuff comes out, I'm like, it's not broken, but I want
Why
the new
not?
stuff. Right.
Why not?
Oh, it's a good deal. Got to buy it.
And it's one of those things where buying, just as in any hobby, if you buy the top of the line,
Right.
it's going to last.
It's going to last you.
It's going to be better.
Unless it's a Bauer hockey stick and you just fucking flex it once and pat.
Snaps.
Right. Also, I'm into sim racing. That's an expensive hobby.
Just keep it going, buddy. Keep
I'm
going down the
into
list.
I'm into cars. So my entire life, I've had nice cars, or I've done things to my cars to make them
Camaros
nice.
At the wazoo.
TVs, like
Yep.
TV.
Let's have a nice TV here.
I have a nice TV.
Wife.
I have a nice wife.
Ah, yeah.
She can be expensive on her own.
I feel like
Is
this
that a hobby,
movie,
though?
This movie reminds. I feel kind of like Vince Vaughn, and I think
Okay.
you're kind of like Vince Vaughn in this movie, at least in certain senses.
Okay, so
I
was gonna
know
wait to
in
get
my
into it.
loins.
there was a couple parts where it was like, I'm glad I'm not watching this with my wife.
I know. I'm getting to know. I get a vibe, but I feel like he's more of a like take care of the lady-ish. Like you
Sure.
are. Yeah.
He's like,
he's like
This sounds great right now.
off
Keep
camera.
talking.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody. No.
I'm very sarcastic is my problem.
Yeah, that's
Well, it's good to
Yeah.
on podcast.
everybody's too sarcastic.
Yeah.
Hey, we're back, and there's another person here.
So
Yeah.
that was the best
I was
reintro.
trying. we got Tara here.
She showed up.
We were talking about Steve and his love for things,
And his things.
and I was trying to bring it back around to how he's kind of like Vince Vaughn
In this
in this
movie.
movie a little bit with
Yeah.
certain things.
Well, so if you want to break it down
If
and
Steve
look at
doesn't
it,
want to do something,
he ain't gonna do it.
he ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I need someone like my best friend there to be like, hey,
We're gonna do it.
don't be that asshole.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
We're
I need
going-
a check, and I don't have that.
Yeah. We're going out. We're doing this. You're
Yeah.
getting some sun.
Look, maybe sometimes you should be like, we're going to the beach, Steve, and you're coming.
Beach.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
maybe. I don't know.
Anyways,
Back to the movie that we're talking about, The Breakup, as picked by Tara, who's now here,
Oh.
and we're happy.
Convenient.
We're happy she's here.
Applause button.
The applause. Where's the applause? There it is. There it is. I should know where it is, but I just
Just give me control of that fucking sound. It's the worst idea ever
it really
for me
is.
to be the steering wheel for all your soundboard. But I think it might be the best.
So what
thing.
you're saying is You're the soundboard guy. For
I'll
that
take
one.
that one responsibility.
Ooh,
100%.
Okay. All right. All right. I mean, we can reconfigure this
I was
situation
gonna
and
say,
have the
should you just
soundboard
have
for
it then, so that you
Dude,
don't have
just
to
fucking-
trigger it every time?
Oh, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Applause button.
I think I fucking be
That'd be a
great
good
at
time
it.
for
I'd be
that.
great. At it.
Shotgun to the dick. I'd be great at it.
You'd be bleeping us when we're not even saying anything, nothing even remotely inappropriate.
All right, my name. Yeah, that would be you the whole episode. But it's fine.
Oh no, we got this.
Okay, I'm gonna set it up for you then.
Yeah,
Next
I'm in,
week
I'm in.
you're gonna have the buttons,
Oh yeah,
but
yeah,
you won't be here next week. The following week you'll
Don't
have the
tell me
buttons.
what-
Why?
Don't tell me what they are.
Perfect.
Oh,
I
just gotta
bought, I
find
bought,
them.
I bought a trip for my family to go
He's
to
going on
Texas.
vacation.
Whatever.
So we're all going to Texas.
Let him be happy.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm taking my son to see all my
It
sisters.
sounds hot.
Yeah, and it's been a long time
Yeah.
since you've seen it.
Well, I got a hotel on the Riverwalk.
Yeah.
Got yourself a hat lined up.
You got a little.
I like it. I like it.
Anyways,
The breakup is written by Jeremy Gerlach and Jay Lavender, is what we said, and then we busted into my
that sounds
got
like
too
a
much stuff.
porn name in a weird way,
Jay Lavender.
Yeah.
I need some music, like
or maybe like a candle.
definitely a type of candle,
I
a
wanna-
lavender cap.
I want to
candle.
rub lavender all over my body. J lavender.
Oh,
See what you did there. My wife has a lavender spray. She sprays her pillow to go to
Little
sleep. too.
spritz.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
like puts you to sleep.
Mhm.
sounds lovely.
It's supposed to be
My,
soothing.
my wife does this thing
Oh,
where
it's time to go to bed.
she almost tries to kill herself with the pillow. So like
Smells
she
like a
smothers
Disney
her
movie.
own self to go to sleep, and I'm not quite sure if she is just trying to end it.
So
or
really,
just,
she should just snort the lavender.
Right.
Steve jumps in. She's like, it's time. Fucking time.
she's like, I'm going to bed, but then I get in bed, and she's like, well, here we go. Yeah.
I love you, man. You should check it out.
This is directed by Peyton Reed. He's directed some movies. I
Oh.
would not hold on. I would not think that these are the type of movies he would direct. Are you ready?
Sure.
Bring It On.
Love it.
Yes Man. and
Love it.
Every one of the Ant-Man movies.
Really?
Interesting.
See?
So
That's my exact reaction.
so
was,
maybe 2 successful movies out of the bunch?
Yes Man I thought was pretty successful. Bring It
That's what I'm
On
saying.
was successful.
Bring
2
It On-
Ant-Man
Bring It On
movies
was
for sure.
definitely
Bring It On was a low-key banger.
Bring it on.
That's
was,
what I'm saying.
I still pretty sure I
That's
know
what I was
all
about
of
to
the
say.
words
So-
from that opening like dream sequence she's
would.
happening.
So that's his #1 movie then, right?
Maybe.
That's the
I think it is.
biggest
I'm
selling one.
I mean, the breakup's pretty good, but I mean, Bring It On.
Way better. Way better. This is rated PG-13 for sexual content, some nudity, and language.
I couldn't believe it was PG-13 when I saw that. I was like, this has got to be, even though they didn't like actively like swear, but you know, like
There was one fuck in it, for
there's
sure.
there's a dicks.
I feel like it
Sure.
was,
That's not a bad one.
Are you allotted one fuck?
You're-
Probably.
yeah, one fuck
yeah.
or one
we've
other
looked,
big
we've looked
swear
this
word.
up before
Yeah.
because there's also like violent rules too. Like if
Depending
it,
on
if
how
it's-
you say fuck, yeah.
and
Or-
like
Oh,
and
the
like
intention of said fuck.
yes, and like level of sexuality, like why was the sexual content there
Wait,
and stuff.
I
like,
got questions now. So
we've
like,
done that. You were here.
I know, but you talked about the intent.
always
Where's the
here.
line drawn in intent? Like if
I
you're
don't
talking
remember
about
now.
making love and fuck,
No, I think that's
or
I think
fuck
that's-
you.
What was that movie where he's
You know what
like,
I'm saying? Like where's
Gratuitous
the
sex scene.
I've never made love. Have you ever seen The Goods?
yeah.
Where they're
like,
selling
are
cars?
you asking me if
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
you?
No, with Jeremy
I'm
Piven.
joking. I'm
Ever seen My
joking.
Goods?
You ever seen the goods? They're
Ha-
beautiful.
have you?
Sparkling.
I mean, I lather them up with Kegels every night in the shower.
Probably.
Anyways,
Maybe
there's a
blocked
part
it
in
out, I
it.
don't know.
Ving, is it Ving Rhames? No, who is it?
I think he's got
No.
You know what I'm talking
Yes.
about.
Bing Rames. He's a big fella.
So that guy.
It's-
Anyways, there's a part in the
It's,
scene.
it's either him or that other guy that gets mistaken for him all the time.
Who's the guy in the Green Mile?
That's not Bing Rames.
No.
Yeah, I
So
don't know
it's
his
Ving
name.
Rhames then.
But the
Okay.
one that passed away? Did he
Yeah.
pass away?
Yeah.
Michael Clark Duncan is the other guy.
Oh, yeah.
So this is Ving Rhames. So in this movie, he has a line where he's like, "I've never made love to a woman before," and they're all looking at him like, because this guy's like a player,
Yeah.
and he's just like, "Oh, I fucked women, but I've never made love to a
Yeah.
woman before." That just sparked it. It's funny too because there's a scene in that movie where Will Ferrell is
I
thrown
forget
out
that Will Ferrell's in the movie
for like
all the
5
time.
seconds.
Yeah.
He's thrown out a plane, and in the back of his parachute is just a bunch of dildos, but he thought it was a parachute.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Just a
Jeremy
just a
Piven
bag of dicks.
is like the main
Yeah.
character in it. And he's
Dawn Reddy.
so funny.
It's a good movie. Sell the metal. Speaking of good movies, maybe this movie. Starring Vince Vaughn as Gary Grabowski, Jennifer Aniston as Brooke Myers.
That's really why they broke up. She just didn't want that last name.
Grabowski.
He's a Pollock, yeah.
And they make, dude,
That's just
why
so
was it
excessive.
so in your face? Every
Polish
shirt
thing?
he was wearing
He had
said
Polish
Poland.
shirts.
Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
there was the flags behind him in the office. Like what?
Well, the company was whatever the last name is, whatever the
Grabowski,
brothers.
yeah,
yeah,
it's
Grabowski
pretty-
brothers.
yeah.
So I mean,
But did they? There was
and
nothing
that's
else.
also a big thing though. To be, I feel like the Pollocks in Chicago, because that's where they were,
Okay.
is like a big thing.
So
Yeah,
they're
that
just
makes
really,
sense.
like,
Okay,
Yeah.
they're just
hitting
trying to
home.
lean
Yeah,
into the
just leaning in.
Chicago-ness.
Yeah.
What other movie was Vince Vaughn in that was Chicago? Oh, the one with Kevin James, where they're trying to
Dilemma.
sell,
The dilemma.
Mopar or something. That was big. They
Yeah,
went to
they're
the Chicago
making a
Blackhawks
muscle
game.
car that's electric, is what they were trying to do.
And it needed to sound like
They wanted it to have
Yeah,
the
yeah,
muscle car
Mm.
sound,
right.
but it needed to be electric. That's
Sounds
what
pretty
they were
easy to
making.
me.
I'm just thinking like what's
They did it in the end.
They
some
did,
of my
yeah.
favorite Vince Vaughn movies, and obviously Wedding Crashers, but I love the second Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, he's
And he's
Nick Van
like
Allen.
not Vince Vaughn in it.
No,
either,
yeah.
That's the
you know what I
only
mean?
one
He's
not
like,
Vince
yeah.
Vaughn in.
I
There's
mean,
parts where he is.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say,
that
there's a couple
quick
He's
parts.
not Vince Vaughn. What's that? What's the Cell? Is that the one where he's
The
the
Cell,
detective or
yeah.
whatever he is? He's not really Vince Vaughn in that.
What's
either.
that
No.
one that came out not
About
too long ago with
Rudy.
the killer?
with J Lo?
Freaky.
Freaky.
That was
Kind
good.
of. That was kind of wild.
That was funny. I like that.
For the
Wow.
first half, he wasn't Vince Vaughn, and then he turned into her.
Vince Vaughn. That's
So
it.
then he was, yeah.
But he was like being a girl, Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, yeah.
Like yeah,
Perfect.
it was pretty good. I like that movie. It was definitely a sleeper, if you will.
I like that.
Yeah, we also got Joey Lauren Adams in this as Addie, her friend. I want to bring this up.
Mm-hmm.
Are we trying to do what we
I
talked about?
wasn't
No, and it just happened.
Intentionally, but I knew she was in it when I
Okay.
had already, I decided.
Gotcha.
this
Is
was
this
gonna
more
be
the
movie.
drawing parallels? Is that what you're
Right,
talking
we're
about?
trying to connect movies somehow.
Yeah, the
and
girl
we
with the
didn't.
voice that you didn't like.
Big Daddy, she was
Oh,
Is
also
this like
Oh, yeah, the
that same
mom.
concept where it's like, oh, all
the
these
girlfriend.
movies lead
Yeah.
back to this single actor kind of thing?
There's
That's-
6
yeah,
degrees of
men
Kevin
and children.
Bacon.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
them.
Were you on
She-
top?
he-
you
she
told
has
me
like the
that, I think.
nicest husband in the whole movie too.
And she's like, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I love you.
Right.
You're my guy.
Yeah.
But, like,
he's like always
And
feeding
she's on the
kids,
other
and she's
end, like-
always on the phone.
Also got Cole Hauer as Lupus, John Favreau as Johnny, Jason Bateman as Riggleman, Vincent, I know I'm going to fuck the name up, D'Onofrio. He's in The Cell. He's also,
It's called Froyo.
sure.
oh,
He's-
yeah. The brother, the,
Yeah,
ma-
yeah,
the
yeah.
oldest brother
Oh, yeah.
in this
Right.
movie.
He also plays Kingpin
Major Logs.
in Punisher and all that.
Oh yeah, Full Metal.
He
We
was
just
the
saw
guy in
Yeah, yeah.
Men in Black, the first
He's the
one.
one who gets hit by the bags
that
of soap.
the
What is the
alien took his skin.
Give him a break.
You Peter Puffer.
He's
another
been
man a reach
in
around.
A lot.
a lot
lot.
of stuff.
Oh yeah,
That
He
is-
was in Mystic Pizza, which is
Oh, yeah.
Golf
like
ball
Julia
through a garden
Roberts' like
hose.
first movie.
Sorry,
So it's got to be one of his first too.
earlier me.
I think
like-
in Apocalypse Now. No, what did you say earlier?
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. I think is like one of his first roles.
gotta be.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you suck dicks?
Because they're all really young. Like Julia Roberts and all of them are really young in
In
that
this
This
movie.
is in the face.
We also got John Michael Higgins as Richard and Justin Long as Christopher.
Oh, he had a great role in this
Hilarious.
movie. Happy
Happy
holidays.
holidays.
I love the random Justin Long showing
Yeah.
up in movies like Zack and Mary. This
Yeah.
movie, like I just need more of that.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I like when she fires him.
feel
Like,
like that's
pack
where he
up your
lived
shit, and he just
for the
sits
longest
down.
time,
And
or
he's like,
Have anybody guys seen Barbarian?
say that again.
Have any of you guys seen
Okay.
Barbarian?
I thought you said, have anybody of you guys?
He did say that.
I probably
so.
did.
He said
Well,
anybody.
No,
guys.
I still haven't.
What is that about? Barbarian?
It's a horror movie.
Mm.
Came out last year, maybe a year and a half ago, something like that. It's on Max.
What kind of
You
horror movies named
specifically
Barbarian?
told me,
Watch it.
watch it at nighttime when no one's home. And I was
Yes.
like, yep, not going to watch it.
We'll see.
I was like, immediately. No.
Anyways, it
Fucked
has
up.
a Justin Long random appearance, and
Mm.
I like it.
That's what I'm saying. I
Oh,
feel like
now
he
I'll
lives
watch
there
it.
now in the random
Yeah.
appearances.
I'll watch it now.
Yeah, definitely
has.
watch it. Well, it's not even. So he's like in half of the movie, but he wasn't in any of the promotional material for
Yeah.
it. He just
Right.
shows up, and I was like,
Surprise.
oh fuck, it's Justin Long.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And what's Jeepers Creepers? He's in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
those type movies too. So like this is it kind of works. but he's also being a very Justin Long-y type character. In
He was
this.
a New Girl, and one of my least favorite cameos in New Girl. Like, I hated his
He's
character
always crying
so much. He is the ugliest crier.
Yeah.
How many
It's just like,
episodes was he in?
Ooh,
2 or 3.
So same thing.
It was
then.
definitely more than 2 because then he returns.
Oh, yeah, he
remember
does
for,
come back
for a
later
little
season.
bit.
He hasn't had too many main roles, like 3.
Accepted was probably his
Don't ask me
biggest.
about that, we don't-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, waiting. Also,
Oh, wait.
The first waiting, yes.
Oh, well, then more. I forgot about that. I forgot about waiting entirely.
Beyond that,
There's not a ton of them.
yeah. There's one other. Tara, you're supposed to be on this. Get on the IMDb. I'm gonna
really
get
trying
you
to
your
remember
own
on my
laptop for
own.
this. Yeah, me too. I'm racking my brain. I know there's one other movie that he was like the starring role in, and it was around that same era.
He's had some B character roles,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
starring and
for
then
sure.
cameos.
for sure.
Dodgeball. He was in Dodgeball.
Yeah.
But
He's
again,
just not that into you. He was a main
Oh,
character.
yeah, he was a
in
main
that.
character in that, yeah.
that might be what I'm thinking about.
Oh, yeah, he hosts that party and that chick stays the whole time. Yeah, it's really
Yep.
awkward.
He was in Alvin and the Chipmunks.
That's what it says.
Alvin.
He was probably a
another bit-
voice or something.
Oh yeah, you watch him be Alvin. Just
Oh,
one-
the
Or one of the
wave! Did
Chipmunks.
you see that? That was
Wave,
newer.
no.
That was like that was 2019. It was where he like accidentally takes drugs or something, and the wave is him on
going,
the drug. It's like a
he's
24
going on
hour.
the wave
Like
of the drug.
Carrick and I watched it. I think it was an Amazon movie or something. It was good though,
Interesting.
but it was just a few years ago.
All right.
Runtime of the breakup, 105 minutes.
Perfect.
What was he in?
Quick one.
Doesn't matter.
It's a quick
What
one.
is that? 145, something like that.
Yeah.
I watched this today, and I watched it in spurts, so I couldn't really like take the whole thing of it.
Go ahead. Keep going.
So
You have
I
my
don't.
attention.
This
I
was
don't-
your first time watching it, right?
yes, it was
Oh, okay,
actually.
okay.
Not me.
Because all of us had seen it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought I seen this, but I thought it was. I remember seeing the commercial of her walking, naked through whatever, but I didn't think it was a Vince Vaughn movie. I thought it was somebody else for the longest time.
It's not.
It is a Vince Vaughn movie,
Right.
So I'm trying to rack my brain
Yeah.
to figure out who I
I was
thought
saying
it
it's
was.
not somebody else, is what I meant when I
Oh,
said
right,
it's not.
I'm trying to figure out who I thought it was, but I can't.
Hmm.
And then Jason Bateman shows up, and I was like, "Was it
Maybe it
Jason
was him.
Bateman or something
I
like
love
that?"
Jason Bateman.
Yeah, him in this movie. Obviously, he's not being Jason Bateman, but it's fine. I'm just whatever.
Although
So-
sometimes he is.
Like the pool scene.
Like
Yeah.
when they're playing pool and or game night and
Yeah.
he's like wants to kick them out and he's like we need the people
Yeah.
we
Right,
need the
yeah.
numbers like and then when he's telling them they need to sell the apartment and he's like in a situation like this I would just as soon not take a commission. Unfortunately I have to. I can't,
It's against the
I
rules,
can't
yeah,
not do
yeah.
that but
I like how he lets it breathe too for a second.
yeah.
Like
they're
oh,
like
what a nice
thanks and he's
guy,
like
yeah.
no what I have to.
Yeah, it's one hell of a condo.
I almost wanted them to like say how much they were selling it for, just to
Mhm.
see at that time in that area what it would have been, because it's one floor, right? Like it's
Yeah.
not like they're
It's
showing
one floor but it's
massive.
one bedroom because he's sleeping on the couch. So
Right.
it's definitely not a 2-bedroom.
Right.
but it's definitely a nice place.
It's nice, but it's Chicago, and they did make it a point to say that neither of them could live there
by
on their
themselves.
own.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was probably
Like over 4.
yeah.
Back for that time frame.
I would think so.
I like how both of them kind of ended up really successful at the very end. Like
I-
super successful.
Well, I think that might be sort of the point,
Implied.
right? Like they
Right.
were kind of holding each other back, or
Yeah.
they wanted to do
Whether on purpose or not, yeah, it was
Right.
just like
and she was always trying to just make him happy and not her happy, so she was holding herself back from doing what she wanted. And I like that scene where she goes in to quit and thinking she's going to get like the worst of it, and the boss is just like, here's a blank check, right? And she's like, no, it's fine. And she's like, well, okay, well, when you go and see this, mention this person and go do what you need to do. I was like,
yeah, and then says her job
it's
like
here.
when you come back, you have a job.
But
Marilyn Dean.
days earlier,
Marilyn Dean.
she was going to fire her, right? So that's kind of a nice little scene there.
I don't know, and like I thought about that too because I don't know that she was gonna fire her. I think it was more of a intimidation. Like I've given you, you've now
I've
mourned
given you.
this. Are we done?
Right, yeah.
Was a day not enough to get over this multi-year relationship that you were in?
Yeah, the scene where where Justin's long character's like, your mom called. She told me everything.
Yeah.
she's like, Jesus Christ. I can't even.
And then even the boss already knows by
Yeah.
then. She's like, I've heard you had a long night.
He's like, I'll go water the plants.
Did any of you guys pick sides?
I mean, not so much as like, okay, this person's right or that person's
Because that's
right.
what I'm most curious about. As I got
But-
at the end of this, I was like, I wonder what, because this movie's super. I was telling you, it's super divided down the
Right.
center.
It made
I
me.
got in the YouTube comments,
Oh,
and I went balls deep into the YouTube
You
comments.
watched it on YouTube?
No.
like
I
the
went,
trailers.
No,
or
I went
something
in there to
parts.
see how people felt.
Oh.
And I'm sitting at work and I'm like looking through it, and it's like the first 5 comments are always women, and they're always just like pro Jennifer Aniston, which is great. And then there's one Vince Vaughn, and it's upvoted by like 300 fucking people, and then it's all women commenting on the rest of it. But it's I went into their profile like to see if they had personal videos. I'm like, oh, that's definitely a girl. Oh,
Right.
that's definitely a dude. Oh, holy shit! But it seemed almost dude and chick divisive, like perfectly. It was weird. It was a weird thing.
I get it, but it's almost like when you look at it now, being older, like probably when I looked at it back then, I was like, oh, Vince Vaughn all the way. But looking at it now, it's like she was just doing things that she
Yeah,
wanted to do,
100%.
trying to make him happy. But like he was just like, I just want to play a video game. He's typical man shit. I just want to chill. Give me 20 fucking minutes.
I was
But
right down the
also-
middle with all of it. I was like,
Yeah,
both
yeah.
these guys weren't ready, apparently.
Yeah, they weren't
least
ready
when
to
the-
make a real commitment.
When the stuff hit the fan, they weren't
Right.
ready. Maybe before that, doing great, but when shit got hard, they weren't ready. At least it didn't feel like
yeah,
it.
him walking down and like stopping and like going back.
Most
to the
important
door
part of the
was,
movie.
Yeah, very
in one of my
pivotal,
yeah.
because she was kind of waiting for him to come
Yeah,
and
That's what
he's
she
a
wanted.
talker.
That's
what
His
she
character's a talker. He's gonna talk her down, and then he's like, you know what? I'm going to the fucking bar.
Made that decision right
And
then and there, man.
there was the whole change of the rest
Everything,
of their lives.
yeah.
Yeah.
And when he wanted to finally talk, it was too late.
Too late. Well, they both they both did typical man shit, where instead of just communicating, she's like, oh, he thinks that I'm on a date, and really she's at her sister's house with fucking kids, and he's got strippers
Yeah.
Yeah.
back at the fucking house.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
Every guy's like, oh, I can play this fucking game like
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
And that's what he did
Yeah,
immediately. Yo, get
absolutely.
the girls, bring them
Yeah,
over. Let's
It
play.
did a great job making you feel really bad for both of them.
Yes, absolutely,
At every
yeah.
period, like every little interaction in the whole movie. It's like, oh, that fucking sucks.
Yeah,
That
did
was
you-
the big one for me, the stripper one. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's
Well, his
brutal.
face when she
I was
walks
like,
in
that's
and he's just
fucking horrible, dude. Yeah.
Call the degenerates.
get him in here now.
Jesus Christ.
No, I mean, I would say like I think you kind of hit the nose on the head there. Hit the nail on the head.
Hit the nail on the nose.
Sure, whatever. With saying like, if I watched this 10 years ago, I might be like, well, yeah, I'm fucking playing PlayStation.
Like,
I'm,
oh,
I'm
what a
actually
naggy
playing
bitch.
Grand
think
Theft Auto. Yeah,
I think I did watch this 10 years ago.
Oh,
I think
for
I
sure.
still felt the same way as I do now about the movie. I kind of always felt this. I thought this is a great movie. I've always thought this was a fucking phenomenal
Yeah.
movie.
well, I
It
was going
feels
with
real as shit.
Yeah.
sure, yeah. Well, I was gonna say, who do we side with, right? And I feel like I side actually with Jennifer Aniston. She's doing all this stuff for this person and basically changing her life or putting her life on hold to do whatever she wants to do. And this guy's like, yeah, I'm not doing the dishes, or I'm not doing this, or I'm playing video games, whatever. And it's like, come on, guy. And then you finally realize, and it's too late. That's on you.
Sure. 100%.
I think they do a good job, like you said, trying to give you balance so that it doesn't feel like it's just an attack on
One person.
one person.
Yeah.
The fight that kicks it off that they have feels
Is that the dishes?
like a
Is it
very-
dishes
Yeah.
fight? Yeah.
real fight. Like the way, like how it starts off as just
Yeah.
a very and then when his voice shoots up, you like feel that. You're
That's
like,
a
oh
personal
shit.
fight. Yeah, that's
Like
how,
he has now
yeah.
crossed over into like a
It's pent up.
Yeah,
a-
that's
a-
the thing. There's a
there's some
level
a
of
path
resentment.
of no return there. Like
Yeah.
he's gotten to. Like, okay, this isn't civil anymore. Like
I
I'm
think
pissed.
he looked like he fucked up there, and he went to go try to talk, and then she dipped, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
Right.
Yeah. I
Oh,
also like the
Jesus Christ.
scene, like the actual dinner scene where you're having the two families there.
and they're bickering.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but like I felt this before with previous stuff. I want to leave that out there, where you go and you're hanging out with your in-laws and you don't get along with them, or you just don't like them, right? And you can see that in that scene. Like his family is there's fine with
They're
the guy
just
doing the singing or whatever, and he's just like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like,
When he's in his ear,
yeah,
and he's like, "Ah!"
yeah.
But even like I was gonna
I would be annoyed. I'd be like, shut the
Yeah.
fuck. I'm just trying to eat, dude.
I was
Like,
gonna bring that
especially-
scene up though because his family
Yeah.
What a great
is
scene!
is
Like,
his
it's so good.
family is more welcoming of it than he is.
Yeah.
That's what I was
He's
trying to say.
like,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And his own family is like doing it. His brother's looking at him like, dude, like
Right,
he's like, let's go.
he's like, come on the
I'm
bass
in
drum.
it. Like,
Come on the bass drum, and you're looking at him like, come on, I'm not coming
But
on the bass
also,
drum.
Is he gonna
I
watch?
think
Right.
look, I would join in regardless.
Fuck yeah.
But come on the bass
That's
drum.
the point. That's the joke. Where
That
it's
was
like,
yeah.
come
That,
on.
yeah, I was like, hold on.
Yeah,
Just,
I'd be like,
just
I'm not-
give me any other kind of
Right. I'll
not
hit the
come.
bass drum.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, coming on the bass drum.
But it is
Made a
one
good
of those
drum fill
things.
where it's like, oh,
I do feel
You
like
can listen.
when I was younger, watching this movie, I do feel like you.
Were you like Jennifer Aniston?
Well, I was gonna say you
I
kind
feel
of
so bad for you.
you instinctually kind of go with the role
Right.
that you're used to.
Yeah, one
you
that
know
you
what I
maybe
mean.
experienced more with.
So like,
That was a truthful
I
statement.
didn't hear what you said.
I'm saying whatever side you relate to more,
Yeah, it
guy
like the,
or girl. I
just
would
the
assume
part,
it'd be
yeah.
like girl, guy. But
more
And
personal.
if you relate to the guy,
in
whatever. I
my
fucking-
relationships, I have, and not woman
Dude.
or men, because I'm sure I've been in relationships where I probably
women
was
and
more
women?
on Vince Vaughn.
Sorry.
I
on
thought,
that
that,
side.
that,
Yeah,
I
right, yeah.
thought that's where that was going. I was like, this podcast just got juicy.
No, no, but like at the time, and even now, more so, more of my relationships, I have been more of the Jennifer Aniston in the relationship,
Okay.
because I don't think what I don't
So we need to call Carrick.
no
Okay.
What
I'll
I-
text him.
Ooh.
no.
We need
What I-
validation here.
Well, you're about to get it.
How many lemons? They
What
asked for
I-
a dozen.
do want to hit home on this is I don't think this movie is technically stereotypical women's side to stereotypical men's side, because I think this can go actually on both sides.
Well, I
Like
think
I've
that's-
seen men who are
think,
like,
like,
I want
yeah,
you to
you'd
be
be like-
interested in my stuff. I want you to help
Yeah,
around the house.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you see, yes, maybe it does go heavier, one way or the
Right.
other.
Which is why
But-
that argument felt so real, because clearly he doesn't fucking want to do dishes. And if you've ever been with a partner who doesn't want to do dishes, I'm a dishes person.
I'm a Jennifer
Like,
Aniston.
I'm gonna
That's
I'm
how
gonna
I felt
rinse
with,
and
like,
this shit's
my
going in
previous
right
relationship.
Why wait till tomorrow? We'll just do it fucking now.
And that's
Like,
and that's what I'm saying. Is it while in this movie, yes, that is the woman in this
Right.
movie, and then that's the man. But like you even said, you've been Jennifer Aniston, so
yeah,
like
I've also
Yeah.
just fucking said, fuck it.
yes, both sides.
Yeah, we're checking
yeah.
out, baby.
Well, also,
Mentally
yeah.
and physically.
Also, who wants to do dishes here?
no one wants to do
No
dishes.
one wants to do
di-
them, but if
all right,
they're-
dishes or
if
laundry,
that-
which is worse?
I want you to want to do dishes.
Including folding, dishes or laundry.
I mean, I knock it all out. But I'm all
Laundry to me is worse.
Yeah, but you got to pick one. Like
Laundry
you're like,
to me
okay,
is
I'd rather
which
do
one
laundry.
sucks?
Well, I would rather do laundry.
Yeah, I'd rather do
Me
laundry.
too, I think.
No,
Because
I'd
I always
rather
get my
do
belly
dishes.
But hold the
Dishes?
thing.
But I also have a
You always have the
dishwasher.
dish
so.
spot, the judgmental. I've been doing dishes. Damn it.
The Mickey Mouse. It's like,
Yeah.
what
What is this?
But I
tit
also,
dirt.
I also do think, like, as you get older, watching and more relationships you go through too, you understand that there's a balance there.
Yeah.
But
Like,
for sure.
like even, and this is what, do we need to call Carrick? This is where this comes in. Even in my own relationship, I know that Carrick does not want to go to hockey games. I'm not mad about that. I will go to the hockey game. I'm not going to make him
Wait.
feel guilty for not wanting to go.
I'm with you.
He
Wait.
doesn't.
I'm with you.
He doesn't watch. He doesn't watch hockey.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I
What
get
if it was a baseball game? Would you go
It's
to that?
well, he doesn't watch.
What if it was a cornhole tournament?
Well, then he's
No,
playing.
no,
in
hold
it.
on. If there's a like televised ESPN
Steve's just
cornhole
curious if he wants to
tournament
go to things
did-
that he
in
enjoys.
St. Mary's County.
I did watch that on ESPN too.
Or is he
because,
just a
like, the level
homebody?
that I was
Yeah,
in.
the guy.
I think that's
Oh,
what he's.
Dayton. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's getting at.
Real supportive.
Was he?
Would he? Does he go to things that he
10
likes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
You
to
guys
be
keep the
fair,
duties
Circle
separate.
to
You're
Carrick,
like,
Carrick is at the point in his life, especially,
They
and,
just
and
like-
military definitely
Yeah, sure.
affected
Okay.
it.
That's
He
fucked
doesn't
up.
really like going to where there's a lot of people.
Okay, I
Like,
get it. I
like
get it.
I'm the
sport
exact
events,
same.
concerts. He's like, there's so many variables. I can't like.
My battery
You
is
know.
drained.
I picked my couch a lot.
Weird concept.
It's a good couch.
Came out to see you, and I was like, I fucking hate this.
Too much.
Yeah, it was just fucking.
Too much.
It's cool because I'm isolated when I'm sitting where you were sitting.
Sure.
But being out there around all the hooligans and the miscreants,
The miscreants.
I was like, this is fun. I'm feeling some kind of way. I was like, I got booze. I went and hid in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
was
blame
like,
you.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
stand over
But
here
I
for a
do.
while.
I think that's what it is, though. Is it's now you grow up and you watch it and you go, well, neither of them are wrong here.
Right.
There's a balance that you have to find, but you can't without having the conversations. Instead, they build
Right.
up for years and they exploded.
Were they in their early 30s in this movie? Is that what it was? Done?
would
like
think
late
so,
20s,
yeah.
early 30s?
I feel like it's assumed that they're.
Also, Vince Vaughn just looks 45 all the time.
all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well,
who
he's
knows?
He goes
also
straight
just
from
like a
Rudy
giant,
to like
so,
Wedding
like-
Crasher.
Right,
There's
right.
nothing in between.
Same thing. Yeah, no, but I think it illustrates a good point here that each person can be right. You
Mhm.
know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And you can pick your side, but at the end of the day, who was right? And that's why they didn't work at the end.
Right.
And this is, and I
Spoilers.
think this is me personally, and you guys may have other
Thoughts?
opinions.
Opinions?
I was going to say
I'm sure we will.
conversations.
Sure,
That's
sure,
weird.
sure.
I think in the argument that happened, I'm on her side. They had
I get
people
that for
coming
sure.
over. You,
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't
So-
have time to sit there. And when she's been home, she's been cleaning, she's been cooking. At least get the fuck up and take a shower.
Yeah.
Like, well, do not wait till people get there
To be fair,
and take a shower.
if we're watching that scene play out in real time, he wouldn't have had even time to take a shower.
Yeah, real talk.
Right,
Doorbell rang,
but
yeah.
he would be in the shower when they got
Correct.
there. So her also saying, "Can you help set the table or do this and do that?" Well, he would have been already doing that. So her other things saying like, "I don't
Right.
want to be doing all this while people get here."
Although I guess
That's
you
on
couldn't have
them for
predicted that
getting-
they showed up 20 minutes
Early,
early.
yeah.
But
Right. So, but that's on them for showing up early. and
agreed on that.
Also, okay, you're here. You help me set all this shit up.
Right.
They did great with the catalyst feeling neutral.
Mhm.
And then they did a great job of them just firing at each other
Oh yeah.
back and forth. So like that instance was a great start, but then it just got fucking wild.
Like the argument turns to family, and it's like,
Yeah.
how did we even
Yeah.
land
Oh
here?
my god,
Oh.
that is one of the best. That's the best scene in the whole movie.
Yeah.
That's the best scene.
I was
in the
going
whole
to say
movie.
that there's two horrible feeling scenes in this, and the stripper scene was one of them,
Mhm.
right? Stripper scene was fucking like
Yeah,
I got that
gut-wrenching,
second
yeah.
hand thing that we
Yeah,
defined
yep.
watching the stripper scene.
Anxiety.
Yeah, sure. And then
I get it, yeah.
and then that the scene for him was the bowling one.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
That
him.
was awkward.
And then he
That's-
just
yeah.
get shut down by everybody. I was like, oh, whoa, fuck, man, this is
Heartbreaking.
fucking
Yeah.
terrible.
He's like-
My
he's like,
two-
From a guy
Band of brothers
perspective,
shit,
I
maybe you
kind
should
of
watch
know.
it.
Like,
Yeah. But my
watch
two,
it.
as far as like what made me feel like the most was definitely she comes home and there's a girl dancing, because also she's at least going out on dates. This is in their home. Like she had to walk
Yeah.
in and see that.
yeah, poise. Have some poise. you
But
know?
then the other one is her sitting there at the concert waiting for him.
Yeah, that one
and he
was
doesn't show up
heartbreaking.
because he could have called.
Yeah. 'Cause
Like, and
did
he
say
just
he
didn't.
was gonna go,
And
yeah.
he just didn't, because he said, "I will take the ticket." She could have not gone or invited somebody else, so she wasn't sitting there by herself.
So do you think if he would have went, that would have been the saving grace for the relationship?
Probably.
it could have been the timing is definitely had a bunch of there's
And they had already
multiple different
committed to,
timings.
They hadn't committed to selling yet, right? That was the next morning.
They
is
had,
that
they
to be
had
out.
already committed.
Well, I think they
'Cause
got
she-
the offer in. I don't know if they
She
said.
comes home and
Yeah, from
says,
the
"I
stripper,
brought
yeah.
boxes home,"
Oh, you're right. You're right.
and then says, "I have a ticket for tonight for the concert." So yeah, the house had already
okay.
sold, and so she was like, "Okay, I bought them when we were together.
Yeah.
They both had
I'm
that-
still gonna go." You can, and he
Well,
says,
him setting
Yes.
Go, yeah.
him setting the table and her showing up with a date, and then it's kind of the opposing view of her buying those tickets and then going out.
"Though wasn't
That's-
a date."
Because that was his last chance.
Well, that
too.
was
like,
that was
the
his
dagger.
last.
That was
yeah,
the
well, that's what
official.
I'm saying.
This is
They both
fucking
tried to
over.
do that was they turned. They wanted it, but the fucking timing
Yeah.
wasn't there for either of them. Clearly,
Well, he
or
wasn't
done
even, that wasn't
proper.
even a date. He was coming to look at that fucking piece
Yeah,
of art.
she was
on the
selling
wood
him
thing.
something.
That he didn't like.
hmm
Right.
Right. Yeah. But also, if you
See?
look at
It's a little timing.
yeah, well, and if you look, he doesn't even have an excuse for why he didn't go to the concert.
He just
doesn't-
says,
just
"I
right.
didn't really think it was that important."
Right.
Like,
And she's a wreck, and I think that is
Fundamental-
when she went, "I'm done." Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
that's it. And there
Because
was no.
he didn't show up for her, and that was physically didn't show up, but her whole thing was, "You're
Fundamental
not
beginning
there
problem,
for me. Like,
Right.
you are not a partner. You don't feel like a partner
exactly.
Yeah.
in this for
He's
me."
just there playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which I was watching that. I was like, oh,
I know. Yeah.
again.
But the
There was a
ballet
sound effect
thing
that I didn't agree with.
was mainly
No.
what like
I think it
resonated
was
why
the
I brought up
throwing
the
of the
hockey
grenades
thing.
that were
Right.
off.
Is like, I'm not going to make her
probably
go
had
to
to
see
chill.
ballet with me,
Yeah.
but like if you want to buy me tickets to go to the ballet for
sure.
me to go, I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
See,
But you don't need to go with me when I know it's something you are
don't
not going to enjoy.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm a little different. I like to experience things with my wife, significant other. Even if I don't enjoy it, I still want to see what you enjoy. To see, well, maybe I might like it, or see what
I do
can
that
happen.
now.
I agree. Well, I
know what I
also,
mean?
I
Yeah,
also
yeah,
think
yeah.
if it's something you don't know if you would enjoy it or not. But like I'm talking like,
This is gonna sound a little sad.
Okay,
but
let's hear it.
I had a video game room right in our old house,
Mhm.
and I had put up like a big thing. My son to play VR, and then I had moved. What is that painting shit that chicks love doing?
Easel.
No, the
No.
wine and design.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
built
wine and
out a
design.
whole wine and design place just to do that coexistence thing. Just have
Yeah,
fun, shared fun in the same space.
Nope.
Never use that shit.
What up? Got it.
That out perfectly.
That was so perfect.
But I agree with wanting to do things together, and I think that there are a lot of things you can do together where like you don't know if you're going to enjoy it or not. But I'm talking if it's already something that like you know.
It's just effort. You're just
They
saying
don't-
effort.
yes,
Any kind of effort.
yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, and also
100%.
every relationship is different, right?
Yeah.
So what works for you doesn't work for me, vice
Mhm.
versa. And even if my wife was going somewhere and I didn't want to go, and I was like, "Oh, where are you going?" I don't want to go to that, but I'll go. Or no, I'm not going to go. Either way is fine, right? But I still would like to take part in that experience because I like experiencing things with my wife. Like
You're Jennifer Aniston.
you're right. So hold on. This weekend, I want to bring this up. My wife knows this. I texted her, whatever. So I went up the road to Bass Pro Shops. I was buying something, and I had to go there to actually get it.
Again, to the beginning of the podcast.
Hobbies.
No, this is different. This is different.
I
Okay.
didn't know you were a
Hobbies.
fisherman too.
You're right.
Jesus Christ.
He's like has a boat.
You
all
do
of a sudden,
so
what the
many
fuck?
things.
a different type of fishing, if you will,
Oh, yeah.
with bullets.
Oh, I understand.
Okay. So, anyways, I went up there because I had to
Fur.
do whatever, and Tiffany was just supposed to be off on Friday and Saturday. Well, she had to work Saturday, but I still had to go. So it was up at Arundel Mills Mall. So I go up to the mall and I'm there. You know, I'm not gonna not walk around the mall and shop. I need some shorts, so I bought myself some shorts, whatever. So I'm walking around, but I'm like, something just feels missing. So I texted Tiffany. I was like, I don't really like shopping without you. And she's like, "Oh, you're fucking okay."
You're,
And I'm like,
you're adorable.
"Thank you," but what I'm saying is, it doesn't feel right doing something that I normally do with my wife
Sure.
when she's not there, and I enjoy doing those
Oh, yeah.
specific things, right? So like going shopping, well, my wife's got to go, or I'm not going to go because I just doesn't feel right.
Sure. Look at you.
Well, and I think with stuff like that, like
We're in it right now.
I
Like-
just want those brownie
Yeah,
points.
yeah.
So when my wife listens to this,
I'm
she's like,
trying not to like trauma dump all my therapy because
You're
I'm
fine.
like,
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah.
therapy.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
hey.
please be careful, Joshua.
like
this could be.
Are you sure you don't want to say things before the meeting ends?
like Carrick's bikes get serviced
Bikes.
in Easton.
My mom.
His KTM stuff,
Sure.
they get serviced in Easton. So that's like a 2-hour.
There's a dealership up there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty
It's
sure.
like a 2-hour drive.
Sure.
So like
I'm a 2 hour.
recently, and this isn't the first time it's happened, but it did just happen like before we went to California.
Sure.
He was like, I've got to drive this up here because I want to drop it off before we leave to go to California because I want to pick it up so it's not there the whole time we're gone or whatever. I rode with him. I don't want to do that. It doesn't affect me at all. But I was like, it's
Did
a little
you-
road trip. We're gonna
Did
listen to
you
music. We're gonna
drive
get snacks. No, we
bike?
no, we had it in the back of the truck,
Oh,
and I
okay,
just
okay,
rode
okay.
with him so that he had company
Well, that's nice.
on like the
Good
there
job.
and back.
Good job.
And like with stuff like that, we've all or like if I don't have a show
Mhm.
on a night that he's running cornhole,
Mhm.
I put myself together and I go and I eat where he's got cornhole because like he's
not?
there.
Why not?
Same with like if he's sitting at home and he's finished cutting the grass and I have a show, he'll hop on his motorcycle when he's done. He rides and it'll be at the show for like an hour and a half or
Sure,
whatever.
yeah.
Like
He doesn't have
it's
to do that,
yeah,
Give and
it's
take.
just back and forth.
That's nice.
It's nice.
Well, look at us.
It's nice.
Look at us. Wow, who would have thought?
Look at us.
Take
Look
the
at us.
time. If the decision reel has come to a conclusion,
Yeah.
it's take the time.
Take
Yeah.
the time.
Show interest.
Definitely also communication though, because a lot of this
Yeah.
movie could have been
Take the time to talk.
a lot
take
of
the time
these
to
issues
communicate.
could have been avoided by them just
And
talking.
I'm not. I used to not be the best communicator, so I know what it's like to. Like, well, if she's doing that dumb shit, fucking.
I'm
Oh,
calling
yeah.
some
I
strippers.
get it.
What?
Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying,
Bought a
I'm-
pool table, you fuck.
exactly.
you and I are the same spot.
Yeah.
The same way. Nowadays, I'm like, as soon as I even get the hint,
No, yeah.
something weird, and it might be I'm like, I literally confirm.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, what can I do? Is there something I can do?
Yeah, I'm to the
What do you
point
want?
now.
You want
Like,
something?
if me
I'll
and
handle
Laura have
whatever
an
you got.
argument, I'm texting her Thursday. 'Cause I'm like, I'm sorry, I got like a little upset. Like I raised my voice, and she's
Sure.
like, okay. I'm like, I want you to know I recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I'm big on that shit. Where it's
That's
like
nice.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Well, and that's we've
I
had
need
those
that.
conversations too, because Carrick doesn't get mad. Like he stays very like level. So then when he does, it's because stuff is just
Hey,
like
that's me.
like they'll and he'll do it, but then like an hour or two will go by and he'll come out and he's like, "Whoa, sorry,
Yeah.
like
Yo, bitch.
that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like
joking, I'm
it wasn't you. It was that there were other
Imagine.
things. Blah blah
Whoa,
blah.
bitch.
Yeah, that's me now, but just literally 30 seconds. As soon as I stop and like take a breath, I'm like, oh fuck, you did it again.
Dude, I
like,
can't
you
remember last
fuck,
time I
like-
actually got mad. I haven't been mad in a long,
Yeah.
long time.
trying to
That's
remember
a
the last
good
time I saw
sign.
you get mad.
Yeah, I don't ever get mad. I'm just fucking.
That's nice.
Have you ever
Yeah,
been mad
I'm
at
just
me? Be serious.
I'm thinking.
We're being
I was
serious
just
here.
honest question.
I mean, it takes a lot for me to be.
I've
like,
never really
mad
been-
with someone.
Steve,
I'm like,
I will get
We
irritated
share, we
before I
share
get
logic
mad.
values, so
Like,
it very rarely happens.
I'm trying to think.
I get mad when you like. I've gotten mad with the things that have happened with you and other people being cocks.
Oh, okay.
Fucking
Me putting myself in a situation.
yeah. I'm like,
But you're
what
not
are you-
mad
Yeah, what are you
at me.
doing?
Yeah,
Like, what the
yeah.
fuck are you doing?
Wait, what the fuck are you
You knew
doing?
this person was a cock. What
You
do
know what, though, on
you feel
that,
surprised about what's
I
happening.
do feel like the most recent times in my life where I've gotten mad, it's not even related to like something that's happening to me. I'm mad for somebody else. I get mad way easier
for other people.
in defense of
Yeah.
someone that I care about more than like myself.
Yeah.
I'll get irritated about shit,
Yeah.
but I get
I'm
mad
always
like
just
for
I'm just
somebody
like,
else.
They're a person. I'm like, they're a person. They're
Yeah.
in their own. Because I'm like, I'm in my little fucked up shit. I know their shit's fucked up. You know what I mean? This is the way I look at shit. I'm like, they're just a person like me. And let me know. I don't know what's going on. So I know they don't know what's going on.
But
You know?
even like at work and stuff, like I'm like whatever. But like when I used to work with my dad, if I heard like down the hallway someone being a cock to him, I would
Hey,
like,
Sarah, how about
like I would like get so
Yeah.
enraged, and I'm like, what am I gonna go do? Yell at that 55-year-old man for giving my
Yes.
dad attitude?
I do
Yes.
check. I do check-ins. I hear people getting irate.
Nice.
I walk. I'm like, everything good?
Man, especially in my field.
well,
dude,
That's
after,
my thing. I'm like,
after
everyone good?
It would
Oh,
separate.
yeah, yeah.
if you want to be a dick, oh boy, it's like,
Yeah.
oh boy,
Yeah.
it's like,
After it would separate, though, I would walk into my dad's office and I'd be like, "Are we good?"
Are we good?
Because like
People are yelling.
I will kill them.
Some dude was outside an office door, and I guess the other person was inside, and you just hear like full mouth like frustration. And I peeked my head out the door. I'm like, you guys good?
Yes,
guys all right?
Wally. That's funny. I was just thinking.
And then all of a sudden, quiet down. I'm like, yeah, that's right, bitch.
So I asked you the question. I think I'm gonna answer my own question to you. There was one time
Did you
in
ask
our
me
life.
that question just to tell me?
No.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
he set
Here
you
we go.
up.
No.
He's totally Jennifer Aniston. Do you just say like
No.
Go ahead.
setting you up?
Go ahead.
No, there was one time in our lives where we stopped talking for a good 2 years.
I don't even remember why.
that's man shit. right
I'm
there.
trying to remember.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't even fucking
wow.
remember why.
2 years and neither of you even know why.
I was also probably drunk
Wow.
all the time.
So it was right after high school.
in
It
my
was
early
like
20s.
hold on. It was like
He
2000.
knows.
It was 2008ish, I believe, is where it was like.
Dude, I moved. That's probably what it was.
No.
Is that
I
when I
think-
was living with
Why would he get mad at you?
the
for moving?
D-gens?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
what
yeah.
happened was.
Sorry, we're
Hold
getting
on,
weird
hold on,
into
hold
my
on.
personal life.
I think it's coming
get
back.
it. This sounds
So
normal. Like,
Dude, I was homeless for like pretty much a year.
This makes sense. Yes. keep going, keep going.
I was bouncing. I was fucking a rambling man.
Yeah, I moved every year for 9 years,
You-
so I get it.
Yeah,
Like,
it was a wild child.
yeah.
So I think what it was is we would always
That's what I was.
make plans, and then you wouldn't show up.
Oh, I changed that.
Yeah. But I think
But yes,
after
I do remember that.
I think after like
was a
the
problem.
50th time, I was like, "Hey, we're
Stopped
meeting here,
asking or whatever.
right?" And 8 o'clock, and I'm sitting there, and it's 9:30, and you're not there, and I'm calling you, texting, and nothing. I was like,
You
you know
left
what?
him
You
at- left
did-
him
you
at the
Vince Vaughn'd
concert.
him.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
left him
I
at the
might have.
concert.
And I was
I
like,
might have.
fuck this guy.
That was
And
the
we
last
stopped
one.
talking. And then, so funny story, the way we
So were you asking why?
no.
But you knew?
No.
Why?
I just
you
I just
airing this out
remembered.
now?
I just remembered.
Sure. Okay. No. I'm just trying to understand.
And it's all coming back now of how we reconnected.
I like how this is you and I and not a
The
personal
breakup.
relationship.
The breakup.
Sure.
Sure.
Just trying to
It was 100%
Stand.
my fault. I was
I'm
I was
not-
a goofy little shady fuck.
Sure, but I
between
just-
the ages of like 19 and 24,
sure
23,
whatever.
something like that.
But I remember we got back together
Maybe even
because
28.
we're in a relationship here.
No.
Dude,
We were
I've
playing
made harsh
last
life
year.
changes. Like really harsh life changes. Like people
yeah.
don't change. Some people stay the same. I'm really good at like
Change.
if I decide. If I don't
Yeah,
decide,
I flip a
like if you
switch.
want me to text, I just can't. I can't fucking do it. I try to do it.
I'm the worst communicator.
I do remember to text very certain people, not frequent, but there's like maybe like 3 or 4 people I text. Yeah, calm down. You're one of those fucking 3 or 4 people, you chotch.
Text you back 3 days later.
Sorry.
But I
I
remember
was
to-
sleeping.
Is there a special Jesus Christ fucking therapy? Anyone know?
I'm joking. What I was trying
Pull
to
me off this
I was
lay
trying
down
to
couch
finish.
right now.
I was trying to finish our
I thought I was
redemption arc.
watching myself. I was like,
The redemption arc is we were playing a show together at what was it called?
Stop pretending like you don't know this.
No, I don't. I know it was across. It was
we
across.
locked eyes right as we started.
It was
I knew
across.
It was all fine.
It was across from the high school where the paint place is now. What was it called?
Oh, when I had to checker seats and shit like that, it was like a little fast food joint.
No. So you know where the gas station is.
Yeah.
Beside
The
that,
fairgrounds.
right?
that
But
you're talking about?
there's that little building where the fairgrounds
I
beside
know
the
what you're talking about,
fairgrounds.
the paint
It
shop,
was
yeah.
it was a coffee shop, and there was some kind of music like fucking.
So we had a
festival.
happy ending.
What I'm trying to get to.
We got a happy ending.
Your
Let's close
band
it
was
out.
playing there, and my band was
that
playing
not
there.
clear already? Like from
I know we had a
Here?
happy ending, but I didn't know he was trying to pinpoint the start.
yeah,
Yeah,
was.
I'm
That's
trying
what
to-
I
I'm
said.
trying
He
to-
was
I'm trying
your
to bring it around.
redemption.
I love Steve, but I know how his brain works, so I have questions.
I have a boy. What I'm saying, Room with a Brew. That's what it was called.
Oh yeah.
So we played there.
That one.
Oh yeah.
You remember?
I do actually.
We played there together on a music festival, and it was like, holy shit! Looking at each other, we both did this like, hey, and then we were fine.
It was. It was
how you
like
do it.
Couple bros.
That's it.
Couple bros.
So
hanging out.
sometimes it's just easy, man.
It was.
how it should be.
enchanted to
It really
me.
should be.
It's really not that hard.
I'm sorry, Steve.
I'm not mad at it anymore.
I've told
Clearly.
you. I've
Yeah.
told you. I'm sorry multiple
I
times.
feel
Well,
like
I
If it
accept, I
comes
accept
up,
your,
yeah.
I accept
The
your
space has
apology.
been cleared.
Nothing to
This
do
is
with
nice.
Nothing to do with you.
This is nice.
Oh no, and that was the thing is, I think I knew what was going on, but I was
Oh,
like,
dude, I was wild.
oh, I know, but it was more like I was the only
This
one
calm
holding
version of
you
me was
down.
not-
Does that make sense? Like I was the only one like
yeah, I don't
grounding
have
you
any
in
family
reality?
here. It was me by myself, running around like a dipshit.
right. So I was like, let's hang out, and you're like, all right,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
problem. We'll be
Dude.
there at 8.
Ditches,
Nope.
trees, beaches, waking up like
Mailboxes.
What the fuck?
I remember mailboxes.
Oops,
Yeah.
not again.
Oh my god.
Mm. Speaking
I've
of
calmed
that
down a lot. I'm
time,
very like zenned out hippie now.
speaking of that
That's
time,
why though. That's see, you get all that out.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's what I was explaining to my girl the other day. I was like, boys before they're men are absolutely like they're animals,
Animals.
animalistic.
I'm like up,
Like-
boner,
Yeah.
flying a million miles an hour,
Yeah,
lunch.
you're motivated by very
Alcohol.
few things.
Yeah. I remember one day I drank 3 amp big rigs when I was an electrician. Yeah, I was an electrician too. Yeah.
3 of them.
I drank
Just
3
wait.
of them. Cold sweat.
Yeah, you're
I was in a
fucking
cold sweat.
resting heart rate 140.
Yeah.
Just,
I was,
Locked
I,
I'm
in.
140.
I went to bed dead.
how do you wake up dead? Because you go to bed alive.
What
Man,
movie
that's
was
some
that?
Scary movie. It's a scary movie.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's a scary movie. Yeah. Kevin Hart.
I'm gonna slash you, gash
If
you.
a mouse,
Yeah, okay.
if a mouse is a house, is
If
in
a
a
mouse
house.
goes out of the house, does it become a rat? And if a rat goes in the house, does it become a mouse?
Yeah, see,
Man,
she's got it.
That's some deep shit.
That's when I liked Kevin Hart, and then he became a leading man, and I was like,
I still like Kevin Hart.
him and The Rock, the same every fucking
Yeah,
Dude,
exact
this-
same.
Listen, we've
Do you
talked
think that
about this
relationship's
before.
fake? If we're talking about relationships,
I actually
No.
don't. I
do
really
you think
don't.
the relationship's real?
I think
Yeah.
they're friends.
I think they're both good
I
enough
really
for it to
like
be fake.
watching their interviews.
I like
I feel like
I
yeah,
like your idea.
They're
'cause that would
good.
be
They're
cool.
great.
it'd be
at
more,
marketing,
It'd be almost be
both
more
of
fun
them.
just because of how much shit they give each other. It'd be more fun if they weren't like best of friends. They just know they're doing it.
Yeah.
But
They
Yeah.
actually hate each other,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the shit
That
they
would be
give
funny.
is real.
Yeah.
But because they laugh, everybody else is like,
Oh my God,
I
it's
love
so
when they
funny.
do the impersonations of each other.
Yes.
When he rock, he's like,
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Hart's the Rock. He's like, hey man, what's going on, man? Hey, all right.
And Kevin Hart's like, oh, does the eye tries to do the eyebrow?
Yeah, it's so good.
I love them in
What?
Jumanji. I went to see
30
Jumanji
minutes.
because of them, but left
I'm trying.
like the first Jumanji.
Yeah, the second
I
one was,
walked out being like, that was Jack Black's movie. Like
Yeah.
that
That's
was
the with the
Jack
girl.
Black's
He's the
movie.
girl. The
Yes.
first one.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought the second one with all the actors was incredible because they all were acting as
And
each
they
other.
different people, like they
yeah,
swapped and stuff.
That
yeah.
shit was real.
Yep.
The breakup.
It's cool watching
the breakup.
We're trying to get this man out on time.
I've tried 6 times in this rant to bring us back around to the release date.
We had some.
It's fine. We had some
solved
issues to
stuff.
work out. It's fine.
Steve had to get some stuff off his chest.
Be a little twisted. Release date. June
Well, I'm the only one
2nd.
laughing. That feels weird.
June 2nd, 2006.
Oh, the week before we graduated.
Well,
Oh, is that
you
when?
guys. I don't know what we
I mean,
I
I
don't
assume it
remember.
was the same
were.
week.
We out? I don't think so.
We
Where did you
graduated-
graduate?
Ours was
at?
earlier.
We
Was it?
graduated June 6th at the Equestrian Center.
So we were at the college. We were at
The
St. Mary's
Horse
College.
Center.
I feel like it was earlier than that.
It's usually the first week of June.
I remember like we graduated and there was still school going on. Like we were out and they were still doing their thing.
That's how it always was, though.
Yeah.
you
Leonardtown.
two
Yeah,
was
but
out.
I think Leonardtown was usually the first lineup graduation at
Yeah.
St. Mary's
Because
College.
you
right?
had like a week or whatever of graduation practice too. Like you were out of classes, but you were doing practice while people were still in
Got a
school.
great idea.
I got a
for,
picture. I got a picture in the
no.
newspaper for graduation.
Yeah, smack it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Smacking?
smacked the principal's ass.
Or was it? Did you?
And he was
did you
like,
pinch
"Oh my
it?
God,
or
you were
smack
the
it?
Then they hold your
Oh no,
diploma.
I fucking
Total
like
degenerate.
pistol whipped that fucking cheek, man. I was like, a little clapping sound.
Skadoosh.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, that was so long ago.
But it doesn't seem like it, does it?
No, it does.
It
Does
does.
it?
Yeah.
Not for me. I feel like, oh my god,
No,
no.
I feel like
definitely
that
feels like a
era
long
though.
time,
You fucking
it feels like an
Relevant.
eternity.
You're
feel
right.
like
You
you were
didn't.
living
You
that era.
guys graduate together.
Mhm.
And
yeah,
then
we had pictures
graduated
graduation night. Yeah,
We graduated like every grade together from
Cute,
like
cute, cute.
first grade.
Kindergarten. We've been going to
Kindergarten,
school
yeah.
together since like kindergarten.
It's crazy.
Oh my god.
Isn't that wild?
My
But
wife
that's
too.
because
Yeah.
we-
podcast.
That's because we both have lived in the United States our whole life. You just didn't meet him until.
We
That's
actually
a Southern
moved
male.
pretty close to the same time too.
Yeah, so we moved to this area
Mhm.
as degenerates at the same time almost.
You guys came to a great area to be degenerates.
I know,
in.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he came
to
from
the
What else
California,
is there?
and I came from Canada, and we met in
Land of the
7th
seas.
grade art class. And it was like I sat next to him, and I went, "Who's this fucking guy here?" Same thing, and then we were best friends.
Fucking
I
guy
talk
here.
like a surfer and shit.
Fucking
too. I
bud.
was saying bra. I had long baggy pants and shit.
Nice.
You know
So
what?
both of you
I
had
had
a
long
dialect
hair,
you need to
but like
overcome.
blonde from
How
the
funny
sun.
would people outside of this conversation look to me and him just talking to each other in 7th grade? Like, "Hey there, bud, how you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, fuck, brah," you know.
Dude,
That's
it's
what I'm
fucking
saying.
weird.
Yeah.
You
It
both
was
broke
weird.
out of like a very specific
Yeah.
dialect
Yeah.
to now be normal.
Look at us.
We
Look at
made
us.
it.
Look at us.
And you know what's funny? Who else do you know that's still best friends with their high school best friend?
Not many.
You made it pretty
But
far,
you,
didn't
you
you?
have a lot. You have like your
I would say-
core.
Yeah, but
She made it pretty
who's
far.
your best friend?
Cassidy.
Another redhead, right? Weren't you telling us?
But
the
aren't
story?
you?
Is it TT's?
not
I
related.
only
No,
remember
not
TT. Titty. I made up a nickname for you guys. I think it's Titty.
The terrible Terras. What?
Do you have the same name? First letter name?
Well, I'm friends with another redhead named Taryn, but I didn't meet her until I was about to date Carrick.
There's
Like
something- there's
Cassidy and
something
I,
missing here in
Cassidy
my
and I became
thoughts.
friends in 9th grade.
Yeah.
So
Maybe that's who it is.
Just not ready.
I know.
she's
There's
not.
something.
yeah,
There's something
she's
you were
not.
telling me
And
about.
no,
something.
we are not related.
Again, I'm like weirded.
We're
not
not-
weirded. but,
We're
like,
not
I don't
related,
know,
but
'cause,
it's weird because Cassie and I became friends in 9th grade, and my sister and her sister became best friends because they were same grade and we were same grade.
7th grade.
So our sisters are best friends,
Beating
and then
you.
we're best friends. So it just all four of us have always like hung out.
That's cool. Speaking of hanging out.
My zipper's down.
That was bad. That was bad.
We got a later.
Speaking of,
We got up later. How'd you get the?
how'd you get the zipper all the way to the top?
Beans over the front here, son. It's only one way
Right,
to do this.
man.
My sister's been through a lot
Of
of
dick.
dick.
I love how that was the only. Like, if you talk to any younger crowd of people, that's all they know from this movie.
That is one of the. Your brother's a pervert. Don't talk to me about the sexual relationships of family.
Go ahead, Steve. Go,
Top
go,
10
go.
that
Go
week.
ahead.
trying to
yeah, we're good,
bust
we're good.
through
Hey, at
these.
least I was on the movie though. I'm
get-
now
Okay,
quoting
you're right,
the
you're
movie.
right.
We got
so-
it.
Number 10, Just My Luck.
No idea.
Lindsay Lohan.
Yes. And
Oh, it's just
Chris,
vintage
She
Lindsay.
was so hot. For
Pine?
so
Back
long.
then, like Mean Girls, Lindsay.
Yeah. Oh God.
Stacked.
Herbie
From
Fully
Africa.
Loaded. And when I say fully loaded,
Fully loaded. And she
That's the
was
best she
probably
I'm pretty
too.
sure just.
I
like
would
his Chris.
fully
I would fully load
drop it loose.
Fully blow a load.
Yeah, Chris Pine.
Chris Payne.
Chris Pine.
Number 9, An Inconvenient. I
Damn.
tonight,
Yeah.
man.
Get it
An
together.
Inconvenient Truth.
Yeah. Yep.
No idea what's that.
That was the
Terry,
no
you're
no
usually
hold
the
on
best
hold
at
on. That was the documentary by former Vice President Al Gore
Al Gore, yeah.
saying
just
that
a climate,
Yeah, it was
Climate
technically
change green.
because there was
Fucking
more than one of
goofball.
them. It was like a series they did.
no
Film series is what it's called.
is it a film?
So.
series? I
Yeah, because
remember
they
only
did
being
another
one.
one in 2017.
So a film series that only has two, one
Alec
in
burnt my
2006 and one in
That's
2017.
technically a series, though.
You're right, but that's a large gap,
It's quite a gap.
which is
I
happening.
was forgetting
I don't
about
know,
that
I
line.
Oh.
Oh, nothing. Keep going, Steve. I don't want to keep it around.
Number 8, See No Evil.
I don't know. I just watched the new Evil Dead sidetrack. Holy shit.
What does the
Amazing.
cover of that look like?
I would say the first 3 minutes was the best part of the whole movie.
That
because
when
it
she,
just went from 0 to 100.
yeah,
never
when she
mind.
rises out of the
I'm
fucking.
not sure what
Well,
that is.
just the scalp.
Yeah.
Because you're like, hey, what is she doing? Wham! Like, oh,
Yeah.
and
Did
we
that say
all audibly
Kane?
yelled. I
Like
was
the
like,
wrestlers in that
Yeah,
movie?
I was
Yeah.
gonna get to it. The rest,
Oh,
the
sorry.
the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee, the wrestler Kane is in that.
Oh,
movie.
you got to introduce him proper.
Right.
What a weird set
Anyways.
of movies so far this week.
I like that movie.
Oh, it was good. I'm not a possession guy, but that was pretty good.
It was good. The newest Evil Dead you need to watch. It's on
yeah, I haven't
Max
seen it yet.
now, right?
Steve's
Max?
got a lot of
Yeah.
possessions.
There's already a new one.
Hey.
A new one's coming out.
Hey.
They're doing another one.
Dead
Yeah,
job.
yeah,
Another 2 years.
Yeah, see, now that I'm about to take your job, you're working that board pretty well,
Yeah.
sweetheart.
Son of a bitch.
You better keep those
He's
fingers
coming
going.
for the job. Number 7,
Got my hand back, happy.
a movie I kind of actually really like that I watch from time to time. RV.
With
Robin Williams?
JoJo
yeah, JoJo and
Josh
Robin
Hutcherson?
Williams.
What's the Rob Williams? Okay, it is Rob
and
Williams.
who else?
Wasn't the dude for not Schitt's Creek, but
I'm thinking of We're the Millers. Never mind.
That's Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
the dude,
Jason
third Jurassic
Sudeikis.
Park. Isn't he in that too?
Who?
The dad with the Nokia phone.
William Hurt? No, that's not William Hurt.
He's in RV also.
He's the
No.
dad of the other.
Yeah. I think so.
No, that's. Oh, you might be right. What the fuck's his name?
I'm terrible with
Man,
names,
was we
but
the-
bet
were-
your
were
happy
the
ass
Millers,
I
were
can
they
Are you,
Joe?
visualize
talking
something.
about, are you talking about the guy from Shameless?
The Shoveler.
Yes, I think it's Shameless. I don't watch Shameless. But I've
William
seen
H.
previews.
Macy. Is that it?
You
Oh,
have that
he's
name
in.
down?
He's in.
I might be right.
He's
Am
in
I
the
right?
first Speed.
Yeah.
He
He's
takes the
not
shot.
in this.
Gets shot in the leg.
No.
Oh, maybe I
Jeff
got it wrong.
Daniels.
Bleeding from the leg.
Daniels. Yeah, Jeff Daniels.
Oh, it's Jeff Daniels.
Daniels
We're
is
talking.
in it.
Yeah, we're
Will
talking about two
Arnett
different
is in
people.
it.
Love Will Arnett.
Christian Chenoweth.
Or were the
Will
Millers?
Arnett.
Did We're the Millers jack that whole?
I no, it is Will Arnett.
I think
RV?
so.
That's who-
Yeah,
that's
it's
who I
like
got
the
mixed
same
up with.
shit.
Ron Swan. Hey, don't mind my. That's my government issued firearm.
Yeah,
son.
yeah. Because that was Will Offerman.
Yeah.
Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman.
Will
not Will
Arnett.
Arnett's
I was
in my
like,
head.
Will
Yeah.
Arnett was in that one too, because
Yeah.
wasn't he the? Oh no, it was Ed Helms.
Ed Helms. Yeah, yeah.
I don't
The
want you to
drug-
my friend
yeah.
every time I see you.
Pablo Chacon.
Pablo Chacon.
And
I'd like the haircut of a donkey.
number
This is more than a smidge of weed.
right. You know, I really like that movie. Also,
I do too.
That's
Will
my favorite.
Poiter. How do you say his last name? Poiter. The
The-
guy who
the-
plays the little kid in
Yeah.
this movie, who's in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and it's like fucking
Yeah, the
ripped now.
teenager.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's
looks-
like, you guys are
yeah,
getting
I
paid.
forgot about that.
When he gets bit on the spider bite, and he's like, what is
Yeah.
it?
He's got to blow the Louis Guzman.
But yeah.
He got to
It's-
kiss
it's-
Jennifer
it's-
Aniston.
No regrets.
He got
No
to
regrets.
kiss. He
Regrets.
got to kiss
No, I'm
Jennifer
saying-
Aniston
No, I'm saying.
super early in his
Yeah.
career too.
And
Emma Roberts,
Emma Roberts.
We should
Who
bring- we
is
should bring that back, Steve.
Julia Roberts' niece.
Okay.
No,
What?
I'm saying.
No,
No.
no regrets.
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
Not saying
Yeah, yeah.
No regrets.
from fucking
Like
You
Trailer
have-
Park
Tyson,
Boys.
but
You have no regrets. Not a single letter.
Number 6, Poseidon.
yeah, I've
The boat
seen
turns
this.
over.
Yep.
Yes.
I want to say
It's upside
R.I.P.
down.
to one of my favorite theme park rides,
Oh,
Poseidon's Fury, down in Florida at Universal Studios. The what's the other park there? The Islands of Adventure.
So I nicknamed my
Sure.
IBS.
Hey, Islands of Adventure.
No, Poseidon.
Oh, Poseidon's Fury. Anyways, it was a walkthrough ride that was pretty
hate
cool.
that.
It was
My undiagnosed IBS. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
I think it's
Number
just-
5.
I think it's the quiche.
You call this quiche?
I have a problem with eggs.
That could be.
Summer squash.
What's in this?
Number 5, Mission Impossible 3.
Oh, that's a good one, man. Tom Cruise.
Oh, is that the one? What's his
bangers.
face? The blonde guy.
Ghost. Is that Ghost Protocol?
What is
Look, I need to watch. I stopped at Mission Impossible 2.
No, that's
Man, they're good. They're
I,
worth it.
it's- yeah.
no.
he passed away.
Hard
Short
pass.
blonde guy, one of the best actors of our generation.
Sean Bean.
No,
you think he-
no. He's the one that dies in every
Right,
fucking
right.
movie. He's 006. But no, this guy is the short.
Those days are numbered.
he's a short fat guy. I'm trying to remember what movies he's been in, but he's like one of the best
Philip
actors.
Seymour
Philip
Hoffman.
Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, one of the. He's one of the best.
No, honey,
vil-
that's
White
Philip
chocolate.
Seymour
one of the
Hoffman.
best villains I've ever seen is in that movie. Surprisingly enough, being a Mission Impossible movie, but he's like, if you ever get a chance to watch, some of his monologues in that are great and the most believable acting you'll ever see in your goddamn life.
He
were
acted his way
actually-
to death.
He's like, you got a girlfriend, you got a wife or something, because you know what I'm saying, you know what scene I'm talking about?
I have seen the third one then.
It's so fucking good just because of him. Tom Cruise can suck a cock.
Okay.
He's
A
great.
peacock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
back and watch or start because I haven't
The first
seen
part of it.
any of them afterwards or any of the Fast and Furious movies from Tokyo Drift.
Man.
That's okay.
I know,
feel
but
like-
I feel like I'm missing
Tokyo
memes.
Drift. Yeah, just the music.
That's what, well, memes. I think I'm missing. I'm missing
Well, it's
memes that I
crazy
could be on.
Han comes
on.
back and after Fast
Spoilers,
5,
dude!
Yeah,
I'm joking.
He's dead.
It's fucking.
And then dies again. Comes back.
Twice the heartbreak.
Number 4, The Da Vinci Code.
Oh, Tommy Hanks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Old Tommy.
Now
Hanks.
that's
Old,
an actor.
old Hanky Tom.
That's the better Tom
What's the worst Tom?
Cruise.
Oh, right. Thomas Maypother III.
Sorry,
Maypop.
sorry.
That's his real name.
Yeah, his name's not actually Tom
Top
Cruise.
3 that week in no
Darn.
particular order. And then you guys got to guess.
That's the most
Darn.
unenthusiastic.
The breakups in the top 3.
Sure.
Over the Hedge and X-Men The Last Stand.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna go X-Men breakup and then whatever that third
Over
one
the
was.
Hedge.
I like
Yep.
that. I like
actually same.
It is number 1, The Breakup.
Oh,
Number
Oh,
2,
me.
X-Men The Last Stand.
Oh,
And
so
number
I got
3,
them
Over the
fine.
Hedge.
Okay.
And they are all in first week, second week, third week.
Okay. I just said okay. To say
Cool.
Okay.
Budget
so
time. What do
close that out.
what do we think it costs to make The Breakup? Tara first because she picked it.
I thought that was a soundboard because he hit that
No,
fucking
no,
button
no.
as soon as you started going.
Oh no. Hey, look, we have this. I forgot. I always forget to put that up there. Subscribe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice. You should put it on a timer.
I should.
Yeah.
Oh, you can do that, can't you?
Yes, you can.
Every like 15 or so. We'll figure it out in post. How much does it cost to make this movie? Tara.
32 million.
Okay.
that. Solid
Thank you,
answer from
Tara.
Over, up next.
Sorry, I can't fucking.
I can't hold it. Your IBS, you can't hold it.
Still in the
40
Poseidon.
million.
40 million.
That's what I was gonna
Poseidon's
say. I'm gonna-
Fury.
I'll say 42.7.
42.7.
I hate that.
Dude, I don't know why
I
that
love it for
irritated her,
me.
but it does.
He does
Now
when
I
he
love that
rates
for me.
shit. He's like 8.1, and I'm like,
Well, I mean, yeah, there's a scale.
8.1 is
Exactly.
barely anything.
No.
But it's more.
no,
It's
no,
less
no,
than
no.
8.4.
Oh,
When-
God.
when like 80% of your movies live between a 6 and an 8,
Yeah.
You're
you
right.
better start
You gotta,
pointing.
you gotta point
That
them
is
You
You better
most,
start-
I
most
started
of
a
our
notes
movies
category,
are.
so I know
We're
where I
very
rank movies.
consistent.
We are very consistent.
that most of our movies are between a 6 and an 8.
Exactly. So
I
you gotta throw
guessed.
them points in there.
A 30 million. Actual retail budget, 52.
Ooh.
Expensive.
What did you two guys?
I'll take
40. He said
first runner-up, yeah.
42.7 or some shit.
Damn it.
gonna-
Could have said
fucking-
40 million and 99 cents.
He's fucking down to
Still
the
would have
I-
been
you know
closer.
what?
Still would've been
I want to
closer.
see the budgets to the cents.
Yeah.
I need to know. It's not just 42.5 million. No.
There's tax in there for
Exactly.
sure.
Steve wants to fucking
Union
buy the
dues.
movie and
Yeah.
then like see
I
it
want to see
before
it
and
go up.
after.
Yeah. I want to
I
see
need
my
the bill
$4.99
broken out. Like, show me the invoice. I need to know.
Right. Does that whole $4.99 I spent go
Number
to the
one
movie,
in
or does it go to
June.
different people
I'm gonna go 165 for the next question.
for the box office?
He
What do you
hadn't
think it
even
made?
boy.
asked yet.
165. It
we
don't
gotta
matter.
push quick.
We're pushing
Yep.
like Wally's going to with his IBS.
You might not even have to push.
You're
I'm gonna
right.
say.
Poseidon's Fury.
What did you say?
Poseidon's Fury?
No. What did you say for your answer?
160 something. It's
Okay.
really high.
165. you
It's
said.
June. It's fucking number one. It's probably not that much, but I went high.
I'm gonna say 136.
153.
I guess
Ooh.
65. I
Like,
just
I
felt
feel
like
you're-
nobody.
You're lowballing.
Low ball.
I just felt like I hadn't seen it. I didn't see a lot of people
I
like,
do the
"Oh,
same
let's
thing
go
with
and see
movies.
it,
Sure,
right?
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
205.7 million.
Damn.
It made 39.1 in its opening weekend.
Oh my gosh, we were
Jesus
all
Christ.
very
How do you
wrong.
pitch a potentially like depressing movie? Come
We
on
should
out and
do
watch
this.
The
Well,
Breakup.
the time
We
frame
should-
that this came out, usually there's 1,000 more bangers in
Have
the
you
list.
seen? Have any of
You
you
know?
seen that the guy on YouTube who? That's what his videos are. He does how you would pitch some of the more ridiculous movies.
Yeah, but
And
there's like
then
comedic
Screen
views on
Rant.
it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Have you seen that he plays both sides?
Every
he plays, like, the
movie
people,
I
and he's
watch
like,
now-
oh, so, and they're like,
It's
nah.
because of him.
Every movie I watch now, when something happens, I
You
go,
go-
barely an inconvenience.
Gotta watch. It's just so funny. He
Funny.
did because I'm sure you've seen the Back to the Future one that he did.
Of course I did.
It's so funny. But then John Mulaney did a skit on Back to the Future too, because it is a funny concept to go and try to pitch that. And then they're like, oh, so then they go back to the past, and he goes, no, Back to the Future, and he's like,
Again.
but they go back in time, and he's like,
There's a horse
I know.
in a hospital.
Yeah, the same way they came up with that name is the same way every punk band
They just
comes
make
up
it
with
worse.
this.
What if we go to the
What
future?
a random band name generator
Yeah, it's
in
like
Google.
it's like if I had to name a punk band, I'd be like like Falling in Reverse or like fucking Falling
that's-
Up.
that's a
or
band.
That's a
some
real
shit.
band.
Is it a fucking
Both those.
band?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Suck
Falling in
my
Reverse
ass.
is a band.
Falling in
It's actually a
Reverse.
very
fuck
big
no,
band.
I can't
no
tell if you're
offense,
being
but
sarcastic
I don't
or
listen to
not.
that shit.
Yeah, Falling in Reverse
You
is
nailed it.
definitely.
And Falling Up is also
I love
a
you.
band.
Definitely.
That's a falling.
I remember
And
in,
it just, I fell. Bam.
Falling in Reverse is actually a pretty
big.
popular band as well. A
Is that-
popular
is that-
monster, you'd
well,
say.
is that Ronnie Radke's band?
Huh?
Is that Ronnie Radke?
I don't fucking know. Yes,
See, you know. I don't fucking know.
I think that's
Yes.
right.
He's all just black tats.
Popular Monster is one of my favorite songs that they have.
Sure.
Which is
Tomatometer
why I made
time.
that
The
joke.
Rotten
You wouldn't
Tomatoes
get it,
score.
because-
The tomatoes.
Nope.
What do we think, audience and critics? I don't know why I did that in reverse. What did
Oh
critics
my god,
and
now
audience
it's gonna be
gave
all
us out of
my
100?
brain's fucked.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
give
okay.
a fucking.
100
I'm gonna give a
100%.
I'm gonna give a 79.
79 audience.
And then I'm gonna give a
Audience.
fucking. I'm gonna do 81
Oh,
critics.
81. All right, going high.
I'm
It's not a
gonna
bad movie.
do
It's a good movie.
61 critics because that's the proper order to do it in.
Do whatever the fuck I want.
I mean,
77 audience.
okay.
Proper.
I'm going to go like 61.
That's what I said.
You said 51.
You can say the same
60.
thing. You're allowed to
50,
say the
yeah,
same
you're allowed
thing.
to say
51.
You're allowed
Don't let
to.
her
critics
dictate that.
and 80.
Along with the order of how I say things.
From audience.
I guessed 40 critics and 60 audience. Critics gave this movie a 34%.
What?
Audience,
hate them.
Shit.
46%.
What? Audience?
This is too real for some
Who's
people.
watching this? Oh yeah, that's what it is.
And it's depressing. I mean, it is a depressing.
The ending.
It's quite
You
it's
son of a
quite
bitch.
toxic.
You
It's
think this
quite
is-
toxic.
What do you? 2008? Is that what you
Six.
said?
Six.
I don't think it's toxic. I think it exposes toxicity.
Well, that's what I mean. Like
I
you're
don't
watching
like
something
to
like,
watch myself.
That guy's a fucking
How
kid.
many
But is
people
this in
broke
the
up?
era
You
of-
think after they saw this?
There's bad endings in this era.
Yeah.
N- 90s, maybe 2002,
You think it's the bad
2003
ending?
had
I've seen Lawnmower
all
Man.
good. We're like primary, everything's good endings, right?
So
And
you
then
think
after
this is they might have gone? This ending sucks. They
Oh
ended
yeah,
up-
we should talk about the ending.
It's
too.
called the
We'll
breakup.
get there. We'll get there.
Like,
Not-
They have
it's
all
not
three
called
get
the
back together.
Get back together.
Don't
The
they have-
reconciliation.
I
Like,
saw it, but I didn't
That's the
watch it.
next movie.
Alternative? Did they have an alternative ending for this?
So they
I
did.
saw a name
They
for it, but I
did.
didn't
Yeah,
actually
They
watch
did
it.
have
I wanted
an
to leave it
original.
as it was.
They had an original ending that they remade. We'll get to that in my fun
Anyways,
facts.
good.
IMDb 5.8
mm.
Out of 10, right? That's a lot.
out of
Slurping
10.
in the goddamn mic.
I got it. I'm on it.
All right. Who is your favorite character then? Tara.
Mm. So
Vince Vaughn's brother,
Damn it.
Which one?
the pervert.
John Favreau.
That's not his
That's not his
brother,
brother.
but that's who my favorite
Oh,
character
whatever.
That
is.
was his best friend.
Yeah,
What?
best friend. Sorry.
I want to talk about
Who's
that.
the guy? Who's the guy?
Exactly.
He's like I love when he throws.
That's
these,
my favorite
So wait,
because
That's me and you.
he's also
It's like, well, I know a guy. We'll take
got
it.
his fucking back.
I'm not
as-
telling you to do
as
this.
Soon
Yeah,
with the real
as
shit.
the
with the real
movie
shit?
starts,
Yeah.
though, even when they're playing the ball
Yeah.
game, and he's like, "Do you have a problem with me eating a hot dog?" And he's like, "I'll smack him in his head."
Yeah, I'll smack him in his head.
Like he immediately, he's like, I
Perfect.
didn't even see the guy. He's just like, "I'll smack him in his head." Who is it?
Right.
But then fast forward, he has his back. He is his ride or die. I will kill for you.
Yeah.
But then at the end, he's like, "She should have known. You're a piece of shit." Like,
Right.
Nailed it.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's like a
Nailed
best
it.
friend. That's a best friend conversation.
Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
know them,
Like-
but you love them,
When-
but you're
yeah.
like,
To the point, it
Yeah.
fucking
It
hurts.
hurts.
you
Damn
don't
it, I
do
am
anything
still a
you
piece
don't
of
want to
shit.
do.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Don't
so
hurt me.
You're fine, buddy.
I love that because
Don't go
I feel like
change
if you can't get
Don't.
real with your best friend, you're not
Exactly.
You're not best
best
friends.
friends. Like
100%.
that's how I feel.
That's why we didn't talk for 2 years.
Mine
Yeah,
on
you
the
gotta hit him.
mine
You
on the
gotta
other
hit him with
hand-
the real shit. I was homeless, man.
Your favorite character is different.
Yeah,
It's like
on
we
the
didn't
other
talk
hand,
'cause
it's-
I didn't
it is
have a
his brother.
phone.
The older one.
No,
I was
the
calling. No
pervert-
wonder why you didn't pick up. All right, your favorite.
parents,
What,
the pervert
Yeah,
brother.
because I'll tell you why. Because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
just his first real line is like, "I'm just gonna wrap you from head to toe
Yeah.
with saran wrap. I'm gonna poke 2 holes, one so you can breathe, and the other so I can." And he's like, "You asshole."
She just gets up and he's like,
Yeah.
"You're beautiful," or whatever he says.
He's like,
She's
besides the
like walking
$15
away.
drinks, this is where it's placed to be.
Yeah, the shit music and the
Yeah.
$15 beers or whatever he said.
But hey,
Yeah.
when he needs hookers, he gets them.
He's like, call the Polacks.
Right.
So you know the
Also
girl.
sketchy. By
Little
the
bit,
way.
yeah. A little
Oh,
bit.
He's in the
Also
business.
very
absolutely
sketchy.
Yeah.
sketchy.
Yeah, the fact that that's like on the burner, like ready to go.
Right.
He's all, yeah, I was gonna say he's definitely the degenerate
Got him.
brother that they all have to
That's
wrangle in.
her.
Yeah.
She was absolutely spot on when she's like, "Your brother's a pervert." And he's duh.
The sexual orientations.
When they're playing poker, and
Oh, yeah.
everybody's putting like in one article of clothing, and
Right.
like the 3 girls put in like a random thing, and that girl takes her top off. She's like, "Fucking deal." I had that blue bra because this came out in 2006. I was in high school. I had that same bra.
Yeah.
Victoria's
Look,
Secret.
I did too. Isn't that awesome?
Victoria's Secret's out.
It might have been. It
It's
might have
out
been.
now.
Right. I mean, we can watch back and find out.
Yeah.
Victoria's Secret is actually that Victoria is Victor because the company's run by a man.
Why'd you have
yeah,
to,
this all
did
came
you have
out.
to ruin that?
Yeah.
I feel like if you didn't know that,
So is Victor the
Still?
pervert or is he a
I feel like that is
revolutionary?
the appropriate way, though.
Right. The secret is I'm a dude.
Yeah, so
No.
is
what
he
that a man designs
Yeah.
women's
yeah, is he a
underwear.
pervert
Yeah.
or is he revolutionary? Because
A lot of those underwears aren't designed for comfort. I'll fucking
I was
tell you
gonna
that
say,
right
yeah,
now.
like if you
No,
were
they
designing
aren't.
lingerie,
You know?
But you eat them up?
Exposed.
hold on,
I
hold on.
actually don't. I don't.
Ties.
I don't actually shop there. I don't buy
Question.
mine there.
Question.
Why are
Sure.
these
Is this an
scratches?
underreaction since you're directing it towards me and we're talking about Victoria's Secret?
Yes.
Okay.
If you wanted lingerie designed, would you not want it designed
This is
by
what
a
that's what I
man
was saying. Inherently.
because you're dressing up for a man?
Immediately no.
But what if they know the proportions and how
all right,
things
so
fit?
our audience, I want
I
you to
would
come
want
up
my-
with your own designs,
Right.
and then
I
make
need
sure
to
to
see them.
specify your gender. We're gonna decide which ones
Send them to Twitter so we don't get flagged.
who likes.
I-
You know what I'm saying?
I would want. Although there,
No, I'm saying.
I mean, there are numerous successful fashion designers who are men making clothes for women, and like it is what it is. But for something like that, I feel like I would want someone who would wear it, designing it.
So if they were a cross
At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is if you're comfy.
if you come, I need an elastic in this.
Yeah,
Well, then I'm not
everywhere.
wearing
No,
lingerie.
no judgy red marks.
If I'm
Which is
trying
where
to be
those are thinking
comfy,
fucking going
if I'm
anyways.
trying to be comfy, I'm not putting on lingerie.
Touche.
You ever watch? You like when it was like a big thing in the mall? Is there still a Victoria's Secret in the mall?
I haven't
Yeah,
been to the
every-
mall.
Yeah, I
every
can't
mall
remember
I've
the
been
last
to,
time I went to
yeah.
the fucking mall, but that's where it was when
Oh,
I
yeah.
was a wee lad,
Mhm.
right?
The mall too
And
much.
you
walk
you
by.
could smell specific stores.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
candle store.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Victoria's
like
Secret was actually two
Hollister or
storefronts.
something like that. You remember
Yeah.
that shit?
Yep.
It fucking
Took up
reeked.
too.
Yeah.
But I remember
also.
walking past there, and
Dying.
the girlfriend at the time walked in there. I was like, I don't know if I should walk in here.
Am I allowed? Am
Yeah, I
allowed
don't know
in
if I'm
there?
allowed to walk in there. And
I'm
I
too
walk
much of a
in this
man.
place. I'm like, this is fucking wild.
Yeah, it's weird.
And then I go to pick one up, and she's like, no, but you can't pick one up.
You can't look
I was
at
like,
it.
oh wait, okay.
You can look, but you can't touch. What are we in a strip club?
Their like thing for, I don't know if they still do it, but their thing for a while would be they would set you their like semi-annual sale.
Mhm.
And I don't know if they still do it, but you'd go in there and they'd have deals on everything because their stuff is not like
It's not good.
it's not cheap.
It's not good either.
You think scratch stiff panties could be a thing?
They are.
They are.
Look it up.
Do you scratch them first, or after they're put on?
You'd think you want to sniff it first,
Anyways,
just to see if it
First
smells
wear it
good.
for 2
moving.
days. I think first.
it's to extend the life of the panties.
Pungent.
It gets bad.
That aroma.
Oh, there it is. There's the lemon lime. That's what I was looking for.
I think we might
Stings
have
the
we might have an
nostrils.
invention here. Oh, what the fuck?
Anyways, you're making a point.
Was I?
I guess For you?
It'd be the whole
I
thing would be
don't know
scratch and
now.
sniff.
something about their semi-annual sale.
Oh, and so people would flood them because like shit would be like half off.
Right into it.
Oh. And they'd
Oh my
also
God.
send out like in the mail you'd get like like
$5.
a
A little snatching
five.
I like how he just said snatch and stiff.
That's it. Snatch and stiff.
Oopsies.
It would be like 5 pairs of underwear for like $25 or something like that. Was like the deal. Was like the deal.
Let's get on down to the local Piggly Wiggly.
I went-
The Piggly
for 25.
my girlfriend moved in recently, and she was doing laundry.
Sorry.
And she comes to me. She's like, "I'm gonna buy you new boxers."
These are
What's
ripping.
wrong with my
And
boxers?
did you say it's not Christmas time yet?
Right.
she holds them up, and I have no idea how this happened.
You have holes.
But there's tons of little fucking
Yeah.
dots,
Hold on,
like
You know what it's from?
ventilation.
Yeah, it's
My favorite.
They wear out when you
it's all
wash
the
them.
farts.
Yeah, just
My
fucking
favorite-
blowing holes. in
One
the-
of my favorite
in the
memes.
hole.
One of my favorite memes is of Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man, where his face is like barely hanging on out of the mask, and it's like my boxers, and then like me buying a new PC or something.
Jesus Christ.
Who's your favorite character, Wally?
Oh, Favreau.
Yeah, we agree.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Josh.
Josh was the perfect brother.
Cole Hauser.
Shit. So then it's me. My favorite
Were you not
was
prepared?
the brother who was running the business
The older
because he
brother.
seems so like different than everybody.
He almost seems like on
Autistic?
the on the
Yeah, he's on
spectrum.
the spectrum,
a
yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, like a high functioning like. on
But
the
also
spectrum.
him as an
tad of
actor,
autism.
he's not that normal. Like he's normally
No, so he's definitely
wild.
playing that part.
Yeah.
Like that's when he's explaining at the table and he's
Is this the like all the
So,
war
like,
references?
awkward,
Right.
but like excited.
I'm
and
pretty sure
he can't
that's
get the
his
words
character fully developed from Full Metal Jacket.
probably.
But even like
I'm being
even
serious.
once her brother
If he
says,
didn't blow
I
his
can
head
tell.
off.
He's like, I can tell the
out.
excitement
That you're mhm.
on your face. But he's just weird. He like how he describes. He's like, give him a take to the squids.
Right.
I love how he's
But
like,
he's like, yeah. But everyone's like, you mean boats?
Both.
he
Yeah.
tries to relate it, and he does a fucking shit job
Yeah.
getting to the fact that he loves singing.
Right.
It's, like,
Not
perfect.
just singing, a cappella, singing with other
yeah.
men.
Just
But only
steering
that
it.
guy can do that role
Yes.
in
It
this
was
movie.
perfect.
Yeah, because I was like, I want to punch this guy in the face.
Oh,
But I
What
also
are you
want
doing?
to. I also want to sing with.
I kind
him.
of want to go.
I
on
want
it.
to
Yeah.
hang out
with
with
us.
them.
the
Have you-
funniest part of the whole
Come
movie
on that bass drum. What?
is he's singing the lines after it dumps out, and then I don't know if it was the sister that filled in with one of the notes. It was like
yeah.
one word.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't even talk about the scene in which they're in her bedroom or
And
their
he-
bedroom and they're all
Yeah.
singing together. And he gets
When
knocked the
she
fuck
Good
out.
walks
job.
into the kitchen
I was
and
half
she already
asleep.
knows
Right.
he's been punched, and
He's
she
like
walks
this.
in and she's like,
Yeah.
"What?
I was
What?
half
What?
asleep.
What do you
Your
mean?"
brother
I know
assaulted
people.
me.
I know people. I know them. All right, favorite part of scene. What do we got? Anybody?
I
Probably the wink scene. It was probably the same one with Favreau. Where, yeah. He's like, yeah.
I know
you
a
don't-
guy,
You're
but-
talking a little louder. Whatever he
Right,
says,
right.
he's walking out. That whole scene's perfect.
We don't need to tell anybody. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, we're not
He's
doing
just smiling
anything.
the whole time. Yeah.
But seriously, I'm not telling you to do anything. Yeah, of course. We're not doing anything.
wink.
Cool. I know what you would be able to talk about it.
Right.
Um,
It's perfect.
I still think that my favorite scene is comedy wise. They're back and forth about their family.
Or doing both versions, comedy and serious.
Well,
there are very
because-
good of
Yeah,
both.
sure.
Because but one of my other favorite scenes is actually that they show the beginning
That
at
one is
the baseball game.
Right.
Like
yeah.
I
yeah,
actually
yeah.
really like that. Like it shows his very like
Yeah.
you know
Do you want a hot dog? You can have a
quick-witted
hot
like
dog.
yeah, and she's just like okay,
You want,
I
you
got-
want, you want
yeah, yeah.
mustard? Sends it
Here,
back
take 2
down.
packets.
But it really like sets the tone for their whole relationship is very like you know him and then her just being like
See-
no okay
Yeah.
fine.
I didn't like the beginning of this movie. I did not like how she was just like, I'm with a guy, but okay, let me talk to this dude.
I'm with you 100%.
She definitely tried
but
not
she
to.
wasn't. She continued to walk away. The
I
whole
get it.
time.
She tried a lot.
I
not
get
to.
it.
It was
but
almost creepy. The amount of.
That's what I wanted to get to. He's being so persistent and creepy, and like that guy. Okay, it's on him
You know,
for
have
not staying with his
You ever have
girlfriend.
a conversation? You can come right back to, but
Sure.
like with your significant other, like you let them handle it first. You know, it's like
Yeah.
if
Yes.
someone's a little too involved with them, you let them handle it. If it becomes a problem, is when
Then
they
you step
tell
in.
you.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
Right.
I
They
feel
give
like
you
that
that-
might have become a problem a little bit before
Look,
the conversation.
I
fit
feel
in.
like that was a first date.
If-
It definitely
good.
felt like
Okay,
a first
sure.
date.
Sure.
If it was, then I'm fine with the scene. But
Then
if
that
they
guy-
were
then the
together,
fucking date sucks. Then
Because
the
they
fucking
also,
date sucks.
even when they would like kind of show them, they weren't even really like engaging with each other.
Right.
It was very like,
He
Well,
was
see, that
explaining-
to
he was
me-
ex-
hold
he was
on.
mansplaining baseball.
Yeah.
yeah, and she was
essentially.
just like, Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Cool.
sorry, Steve. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, no, so like if I'm sitting there and some guy orders hot dogs and gives one to my wife, I'm gonna yoink that bitch and be like,
Absolutely not.
I'm eating
At
this
least
now.
in my relationship, Carrick would be like, "Hey, hot dog, we don't have to buy. Nice, free hot
Steven
dog."
gets beers.
Like-
Get a beer.
I'm eating that
Yeah,
hot dog.
exactly. Like, no.
I think I'm with you guys to a certain point. If it like they send a hot dog that way down the way, as long as she's like, yeah, that's fine, whatever, cool, bye.
yeah. I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Like, she like diffuses it
Yeah.
in a weird way.
Going
Yeah,
back
cool,
to your
whatever.
point, yeah, if we're anywhere and something happens, my wife's got it. Trust me, she's
Oh, yeah,
Sicilian. She got it,
100%.
right?
Shut it down.
Do you do?
100%.
Yeah, do your thing. So I'm cool with that. Do whatever you're gonna do. But there is a point where you're right, where maybe the person's not getting it from that guy or from her, and you just gotta kind of, hey,
Yeah, just lean in and just give him that suck a cock or something.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Just fucking hit him with something like that.
I'm hitting this.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
but also it's also in both sides. That's another
Yeah.
thing with balance though, is because like
True.
I wouldn't want to be with someone who wouldn't let me handle it first. And I have friends
Yeah,
who have had significant others who
Or
they
two.
jumped the gun
Yeah.
and like a guy speaks to them and
Yeah,
they're like
no,
ready
no,
to
no,
fight
no,
them,
no,
and I'm
no.
like, whoa.
no.
Like,
I call it
first
take
of all, he may not even know you exist. So
Right,
like give
exactly.
benefit of the doubt here. Like, calm down.
Don't get too pissed. I like the layup. She'll give you a layup. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
if it's
yeah.
getting a little too much,
She
like a look
yeah.
or maybe like a phrase or like a.
what
sneak
I think
over there.
my significant other would like to talk to you, like something like that, or
Do you ever give a layup?
I've never had to.
Oh, Tara's
She-
just fucking them up.
I really just.
she's like,
I've,
have you seen my face? They don't talk to me.
No.
no, they do talk to me.
No.
Yeah, but even
Wrong.
before Carrick, like even in college, like going to the bars, I literally like you make a joke. I've had like people like when I've been dancing like come up and I literally like I'm facing them and I go nope and I turn around back to like my friends because I'm like no like that's all it
There's
takes.
a line. There's a line.
No
100%.
is a full sentence.
Not to
You
not
do
to Vince
not
Vaughn in
need-
this movie.
Okay, Ashley Olsen.
You do not need
Not to Vince
Elizabeth
Vaughn in this
Olsen.
movie though.
Well, she got it from her
Is
sister.
Elizabeth
Oh,
I thought they were twins.
Well, there's
she's the
There's
sister
two.
of the twins,
and then Elizabeth's not.
the younger.
But
and
it's
Elizabeth's
true.
father. So
But not
crazy.
just for us. I mean, in general,
agree
with
with you.
people, no is a full sentence. You don't need to explain yourself. If you don't want to
facts.
do something,
I just don't
That's
get a
it.
reply.
Hold
Is
on.
it a full sentence?
Hold on.
Actually,
So if Vince
Yes.
Vaughn in this movie says
No,
no
period.
to his girlfriend that he
thought a
doesn't
full-
want to do the dishes, is that not a full sentence?
it's definitely a full sentence. Doesn't mean she has to like it.
don't go picking arguments here.
Is what I'm
Look,
saying.
I'm just saying. I'm just
I've
saying.
I've had guys not be happy that I said no, but that's still my answer. Is what
Agreed,
I'm saying. Like
agreed.
it's still a full sentence. You
Sure.
can not be happy with it, but
Fuck
that's still my
you.
answer.
You're right. So favorite part of scene then, Josh.
Well, this is a curveball. So I was thinking about no.
Oh,
Nerp.
I mean, we'll come back. If you want, we can do Wally.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wally.
I already answered mine.
What?
My favorite scene?
I don't
Yeah.
think you're present today.
Yeah, my favorite scene was the Favreau one, the winky winky
the
scene.
wink.
Oh, yeah, we
Oh
did
my
have
God,
this.
damn!
Yeah,
Well,
the
we're on so
stinky
many
winky.
tangents here
Do
that
we
my
do-
brain's going
do we do
somewhere
your
other
favorites?
places.
Yeah, well, I said the back and forth about the
Yeah,
family, and
yeah.
then
I
we
remember
talked about the
that.
beginning.
Yeah.
I'm
of
gonna
the
go
movie.
with the pitch pipe where he comes into the room. He's like, you don't stop a man with a funky groove and a pitch pipe.
And then he jumps right back
Yeah.
in, like doesn't miss a beat.
Yeah, my favorite scene is the Madden scene, where she brings this
Oh,
nice
yeah,
hunk
yeah.
home, and she's go talk,
left
sit on
field
whatever.
Yeah.
And dude, hey, is it all right if we just keep playing? Like we're almost done here, and that would be me.
Yeah.
Anywhere I go, it's yeah, fuck yeah, let's play.
Funny
I love how
though,
he's
funny
talking
though
about. He's
that
like, he goes, it's all about the heart and these little
Right.
guys.
he the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
time, yeah, the
These little
whole
digital
time. he was
guys.
talking.
He's like, the victory.
Funny though, because that's the one that bothered him. Like they got along so well,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
think he's like,
Shit.
shit.
Well,
He's a
because-
good-looking guy and he's cool. Like
and she hit them with the, I know a great
Let's go
little
to the-
martini bar.
which
Yep,
is
yep,
his,
yep.
which was
Bitch,
his
like,
fault
yeah.
because he did that to her about the other guy.
But then also when they get in the cabin, he can't stop talking about how cool
yeah.
her roommate is.
Yeah, he's
I'm
got
like,
him with a Brad.
But
he even
had
invited
he
me to be on his new
known,
fucking.
had he known that
forum
was
with him.
not just her roommate, that
Yeah,
would have been
yeah.
a very different dynamic. Like,
But that's on. Obviously, she's doing it to make him jealous, but that's on her for not letting him know.
but
the
here's
situation.
the other thing:
Yeah.
do you go on a date with someone who's still living with their ex they just broke up
But
with
he
2
doesn't
weeks
know
ago?
that,
He might
right?
not know that, yeah.
He just thinks they're
No,
roommates.
no. I'm saying that's why you don't say. Like you said, he didn't know.
You mean the morality of just dating while you're living with someone? Is that what you're
No,
talking
I'm
about?
saying you're saying he didn't know. That's on her for not telling. I'm saying if she had told him, would he have gone on a date with her if he was You know what I mean? If she was
Oh,
still
you said
living with,
she was like being like hiding the fact that she
yeah,
was
you
living
don't
with
you
her
don't
ex.
open that up. I feel like if you're trying to,
Nah, you should.
I'm not saying you shouldn't.
If you're trying to be, if you
But
have
she
malicious
wasn't-
intent, then no.
She wasn't really trying to make this a relationship,
Which
so there was
all-
no need to be upfront about it.
Well,
but
yeah,
at that period
yeah.
in time, aren't they all like? Doesn't her, even her sister or whatever her name is, and she like, this is not how you get a guy back.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
with
yeah.
all- because that's essentially what she's trying to do. is
because
teach
that's
him a
even what
lesson.
she said. She was like, "Oh yeah, with the bowling thing, she
Yeah.
was like, oh well, you just embarrassed and kicked the guy out that you just broke up with that you're still in love with. Like,
Right.
That you
Good
want to be
job.
with,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, his name's Gary too, and he's
He's not
He's
as
pretty
tall as
good.
you, but
Look,
it'll be fine.
He's pretty good bowler.
I know the stripper scene should make me feel worse, but that scene was I was fucking furious.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
Ben
Furious.
Rose.
Do you know why? I
There's
think
so
that
much.
is?
There's so many people there that are just assholes
Yeah.
involved in that. The other situation, it's
private.
yeah.
That's what I was
yeah.
gonna say.
The world knows at that point, like, what the fuck?
The bowling
Shirtless.
scene
He had to
I
walk
get it, I
out of
get it.
there
The-
Oh
shirtless.
my
The
god.
I would
bowling
be,
scene
I'd murder.
comes
I'd
more
murder at
down
that point.
to pride. The bowling scene comes down more to pride.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that is a
attack a
public
man's
place.
pride.
That's embarrassing. It's awkward.
I made a commitment
Like
to the team. I made a commitment to the team.
But and you know what? Like props to him.
Yeah,
like
it's a man thing. That's
he
also
he
a man
he
thing.
doesn't need to show up, and
Right.
he's showing up like, yo,
you're average. You're
right.
average.
He's
All
like,
right.
go look in the finals. We'll gutter ball over here.
He's right though. I mean, and all those guys didn't want her on the team.
Right.
So-
Not
Now
a
they had to
single
put all their wives. God.
But I do like that. Then it backfires when he tries to do it later, and Jason Bateman's like, we need the numbers.
Yeah.
Right.
We need the players. Like we need them.
It's fine. And I
I
do
don't know
like.
why that-
He's
I'm
like,
still fuming,
you know
man.
what?
Oh my God,
He's
that
like,
fucking bugs me.
you know whose side I'm on. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I do
God
like at the
damn.
end where they are talking like, if we got a smaller couch, we could have fit the pool table. But then him saying, well, if we did that, it's
Then we
real.
wouldn't have had,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have had the fold out couch.
But
for this.
it's a real conversation.
Mhm.
So I like that. So that was my second favorite if we were throwing that in
They
there.
need a
So,
bigger house though, really, for a pool table. Let's be realistic.
yeah, bigger house. Any what the fuck moments for anybody.
Also, can you imagine
What?
living below
Nope.
that condo with the pool table?
And all the
All
parties.
yeah.
Jesus
Like she got
Christ.
off the
Even-
elevator and could hear the
Yeah,
music.
can we
That
talk
shit's
about the
fucked.
neighbors for
That
that,
shit's so
for that
fucked.
month and a half?
Right.
Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is going on in there?
They're like, something has changed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for sale. Good.
Thank God.
Dude, the fucking singing shit was my what the fuck, like hands down.
The
The
part
first one?
in
Yeah,
At the dinner?
They're
Yeah,
all
the
sitting at the
dinner
table,
table,
they like
yeah.
join in.
Yeah.
Even like I get nervous in like situations like that, so I can see like him like
It's the
not
cringe
wanting
for
to
me.
participate. Yeah, I'd be like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
See, for
Come on
me,
the
the
bass
dinner
drum.
the dinner scene, more of the awkward feeling that I had was them bickering across the table because
Yes.
like
And
everybody's there and they
because
don't
not
know
only
each
have
other.
you been we've probably all been a person at a table like that or been that person where like you're trying not to bicker but like you
we've
just
talked
like
about this.
God, yeah.
Let's
Let's just like
The fucking look.
Right.
Mm.
We don't need this here.
Shit.
because sometimes because you do it in private but then sometimes it does like
Bleed
you know,
into, yeah.
I refuse.
Yeah,
I
not me.
refuse to do stuff like that in public.
I will not fight in public.
I don't even
Although
fight.
we don't
I
really
refuse
fight.
to fight, really.
We don't really fight. We
There's
more.
no
It's
point.
more. If at most it's bickering. We
Yo,
don't
what do you
fight.
need?
Just say it.
Are
Just
you
say
What do
it.
you
hungry?
need? And I'll go
You're
do
hungry.
it right now.
You need a chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
Steve.
yeah.
My
Yeah,
baby wanted
Snickers.
lemons. Baby got lemons. No, baby wanted 12.
Yeah.
Baby
I got a
wanted 12
Twix in a holster.
lemons.
Here, you want this?
So they're
Everyone's
not
going
even.
around their mouth.
They're not even.
You're
for
right, I
eating.
need this.
They're not.
It's a commercial, Steve.
It is perfect. You're not
I'm
you when
making
you're
it
hungry.
When she said I'm making a 12 lemon centerpiece, I was like, did she literally get this off the internet? Because
Yeah, yeah.
that is the specific title.
Also, hold
a
on.
12
Yeah,
lemon
let's get
centerpiece.
Hold
into
on.
this.
Let's break this down. Even though she said, "Hey, can you give me 12 lemons?" and he brought home only 3, he still got her lemons. Hold up.
I am an avid believer, eventually getting it right often, but the attempt that should make the most important
Here's the thing.
portion of it.
Did
just
she
because I'm an
explain?
idiot sometimes.
Did she explain when she said, "Hey, I need you to get me 12 lemons"? Did she explain why?
Clearly not, because he thought it was for the food somehow.
So for him,
But-
thinking logically, like I would think
3 should
logically,
be enough.
what do you need 12
But
lemons
wait.
for? There's fucking 6 people coming over.
let's go down that other path. Let's say he did think it was for dinner somehow. They had 8 people at this dinner, and she asked for 12 lemons, and he brought 12 or 3. You assumed it was for dinner. You had to at least assume there was a reason she was asking for 12.
Also, who makes
Lack
a
of communication.
centerpiece? And that's the
Sure,
whole point.
the centerpiece.
But who
agreed.
makes a centerpiece out of?
white folks.
Agreed. Like
fucking 12 lemons.
no, an artist. She's artsy. She was
facts.
trying to
You're right,
put
you're
something
right.
creative together. But so like
A nice centerpiece. I got citrus in my eye.
Yeah, you get some
I
fake
mean, I
lemons.
don't
I'm
think
joking.
it probably would be. But like he said, oh, you put it. What did he say? Put it on that chicken.
Yeah, but
That just burnt my mouth.
It was it. Be a little better. That's fucked up. Yeah. Any other what the fuck moments for anybody?
Not me.
how about that Marilyn Dean scene where she's like flying through the room,
Yeah.
painting, or she's like splatter art or whatever. Just wild.
Or just how she's laying there with the naked dude.
Yeah.
Just
And she just opens the curtain and he's facing her naked,
Yeah.
and she's just like,
yeah.
Another part kind of fucked up. Her painting on the floor. I know that's his space, but still,
She was
it kind of
drawing,
bugged me a little bit.
not
But
painting.
At 2:00 in the morning.
just fucking let her go.
Yeah. And you know what? That was another defining moment when the way he grabbed
Her
Yeah,
shit.
her
100%.
She was really upset. She was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
it's my
That was
drawing."
really good, by the way. That hey was
It
really
was.
good.
He
Yeah.
snatched it.
Yeah,
he was like, "No,
yeah.
get the fuck
It was
out of
an
it. This is
aggressive-
my
He did
room.
that.
Get out."
He's handsy in multiple occasions. The initial argument, he was handsy. The
With
dishes
those hot
argument,
dogs, he was handy with them hot dogs.
handsy with the dogs, the fucking Kona dogs.
He gets.
But the dishes, he went to go grab her and she fucking dipped. That's when
Yeah,
he got
yeah,
furious.
yeah.
He's
So
that-
there might be some underlying aggression.
She was definitely more like. I wouldn't go as far as to say conniving, but more strategic.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he was more aggressive
Yeah,
with
that's
his.
how
Like it's
men
like
react. Men
They knew what they were doing when they
Yeah.
did this movie. Like
men
100%.
react. Men aren't planning things to be like, "I'm gonna get this fucking." She's gonna learn.
Never
Wait,
once
Don't
have
learn
I
to
done
do
that.
No,
This
it's
is
always
so-
like,
this
I'm
is
gonna react to
so
what she
such
just did.
a tiny part, but I do also love because John Favreau
Favre.
was my favorite character. I also like the game night when he's like, your girl, put your hand up. What's her name? And he's like,
He doesn't even know.
and he's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, what's her name? And
Yeah.
and Jennifer Aniston, who's just standing there, and she's like, it's Julie, like or whatever her name is. She's like, God, you don't even know your date's
That
name.
is funny. But it's on point.
And
for
his
his
hand
character.
is still up, and he's just like,
Yeah. That was good.
like looking like don't ask me.
Dude, he's
I
so
don't know.
good.
He's so funny. He's good at making.
The fun facts of the fucking week.
Wait,
I'm just gonna memorize that.
What? Hold on, it's the TV fun facts, or sorry, TV fun fact, TV and movie trivia time.
these are
From
actually
Tara.
both easy.
Oh Jesus. Okay, well,
You have to write them down.
okay. Do you got
I
one?
explained this to you.
You
I'm
got
gonna
one.
write. Well, then I'll just go first.
You got one. I'll write it. We're gonna write them down so we don't cheat.
I'll just
write
go
it.
first.
You're
Does it work?
a grown-up.
Okay, that's
Follow the
All right.
rules.
Say what's the question?
Fucking
What do you got?
Alright.
What do you got?
lot.
Name the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie,
Okay.
because they all had,
Oh,
a
God.
little title, just like all the Harry Potter movies have like a little title.
I know the other ones because the other ones focused on the names of the movies.
If you don't know it, when you hear it, you'll probably be like, "Oh fuck."
I'll just name.
I got
the
it.
one
It's
that-
long. You know that movie is 20 years old.
Pirates
The
of
first one,
Caribbean?
isn't that
Yeah.
wild? Yeah.
Really?
It hurts. You got
Yeah,
it?
because we were teenagers.
Everybody got it?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
What do you got?
Which-
Ran-
The Curse of the Black Pearl is correct.
I,
Damn,
I
that was
put a
the
dead
first one.
man's tale.
That's the second
That
one.
is-
that wasn't
yeah,
the
that's
first
That's
one.
what that's what I'm saying. I don't.
R.
I just know the first one is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well,
Pirates.
the other
Is it
question
Caribbean or Caribbean for you guys?
For
Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean, it's Caribbean. But when
Yeah,
you're
no
going
one
to the
says-
Caribbean, it's the Caribbean.
Yeah, if I say no one says Caribbean.
So is it like Caribbean jerk chicken or Caribbean jerk chicken?
Caribbean. Isn't
It's
that
just
weird?
jerk chicken.
Conceptually, that's weird.
I
me
think
that jerk
Caribbean
chicken.
is the more common. Like
All right,
I'm
hit the
going
second
to the
question.
Caribbean, but it's Pirates of the Caribbean. Like it's,
It's so
not
fucking
like
That's
Weird.
weird, man. White people.
Yeah, what the fuck?
White people.
we were when we were just in California and we were at Disney. We got on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and while we were in line, Carrick was like, "It's Pirates of the Caribbean." I was like, "Ew! Don't
Take 'em out."
Say that."
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I was like, "That
Oh.
didn't even feel
Yeah,
right."
that's what- yeah, it doesn't. It definitely doesn't.
But he was like, "It's Caribbean," and I was like, "But
Yeah,
it's not Pirates of the."
Yeah, Disney's racist.
What do you got for the second question? man?
Who was
Can't
the
just watch it.
presenter of the TV show The Joy of Painting?
Bob Ross.
Yeah,
Oh, God, fucking
I feel like anybody didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's-
that one I would have had.
You couldn't put it on you.
He had it.
Fine.
I wrote it.
Stiff.
I'm sorry.
Ross.
I'm sorry, Bob Ross. Anyways, it's these fun facts of the fucking week. Vince Vaughn's parents have bit roles in the movie. His mother plays a tourist, and his father plays Jennifer Aniston's father.
That's Vince Vaughn's dad?
Nice.
Cute.
Cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
They don't look alike at all, and he towers
yeah.
over his father.
It's funny in
What?
Zoolander,
Mhm.
his dad looks like John Voight because his dad is playing John Voight. It makes sense. Sorry. Jennifer Aniston's character Brooke gets a Telly Salvis wax job during the movie. In real life, Salvis was Aniston's godfather.
That's weird.
The fuck is that?
A Brazilian, I'm assuming.
It's a Brazilian.
Do you think I can get one of those? If
Yeah,
I
you
got
can.
is a Brazilian only the specific area
Yes.
of your
So-
gooch
Your
butthole
pubic,
and
yeah.
fucking?
Can you
Sack?
elaborate?
A Brazilian.
She doesn't have any of those parts minus a butthole.
Women get a Brazilian. So do they leave?
You
like
can't Brazilian a
They
sack.
don't leave a
No,
damn thing.
the Brazilian
That's what I was asking.
is.
Everything.
Yeah,
So
you're
do
not
they
getting
do-
a Brazilian on a ball sack,
Hold
so
on.
it's not a Brazilian anymore.
Oh.
Do they do both sides on a Brazilian, or do you have to pay
Both
extra for
sides?
that?
Both sides. Do you mean ass and front?
Yes. Or is it just Brazilian, just the
No,
front?
I think.
It's all included.
That's
I
what
think
I'm
it's-
at.
Yeah, I think it's
yeah.
all.
That's
I've not gotten one.
Dude, I feel it's a lot
I just
more
know
work.
what it is.
There
I
has to
haven't
be a
gotten
price
one.
difference
That's what I'm
between a
saying.
dude and a chick
Oh,
getting
yeah.
a Brazilian.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
got to be
You
called
watch
something
New
different.
There's
Girl,
probably there's
That
probably a difference
episode where
between
they
me
all
and you.
go
Like,
into-
if you walk in there, ooh, extra
Oh,
$200.
yeah, this is lots of money.
My appointment for the afternoon.
Kelly Clarkson.
That's not racist at all.
She has to do the wax strip, but she has to cut a hole in it.
Ooh. Huh.
Wait, I don't think you'd pull that off. The sides there doesn't work.
No,
Like,
you
makes
do.
sense.
You just go.
I know. I'm
You just go
joking.
over.
You
I
go
pretend
around
I pretend I'm stupid as shit, but I'm not.
Also, wouldn't you just let the wax go under?
I don't think you can wax a ball sack. You think
No,
they
that's
wax a nut?
dangerous.
Yeah, there's no way you wax
Because
a
the
ball
pole,
sack.
right?
I'm asking her
Ugh.
like she has a fucking.
Yeah, I
There's
don't
no
have
way.
one,
Like,
nor
that
have
could
I
take,
waxed
that would
one,
take
but-
skin.
If you take
I think
the
it's too
balls with it.
sensitive.
Yeah.
I think it's too sensitive.
Yeah,
I
the
think you
taint-
rip
Oh.
skin.
It depends
I
on
feel
how
like the-
cold the room is.
I want to get weird for a second. I
Let's
feel
do
like
it.
the taint would hurt, but also be gratifying.
I'm
You know
with
what I
you.
mean?
Like,
There's a
ooh,
certain,
Like, you ever like
Yes. Oh!
shave a lot of hair and then it's colder.
Yeah, you don't have the
You
the
know what I'm
insulation's
saying?
gone.
Yeah, I feel
I-
like that would be what's going on. It's like, oh,
But
I
in an
don't-
instant.
Oh.
Like,
I'm gonna share this.
feel a breeze.
and hopefully just. I don't think my parents like listen religiously, so.
they're not getting this deep on the
did
episode.
you get your ball sack?
No, but the pain plus the instant gratification made me
Yeah.
think of it. So Carrick has really bad back pain. So sometimes when he
Sure, go ahead. You don't have to keep. Yep.
When he
It's-
gets it, oh,
it's a it's like, and those aren't the sounds that he makes, but it's a very like
it might be an old.
it feels good and also so bad.
Right.
Like,
It might be an old person thing too now because we're getting old. It happens.
Oh, dude, my knees will click.
Oh,
well, he does
Depending
because
on
you
the
know
part of that
he's
click,
had these back problems for most of our relationship. His back
Right,
is
right.
just really, really bad. So,
That
especially in
sucks.
certain
That sucks.
stances,
Oh. Sure.
positions,
yeah.
you feels
Look,
it in his
look.
back. So he's like, "Oh God, this is
No
like
shame.
the best and the worst ever."
I've thrown my back out before doing things.
Mm.
And it's a joke in my band now when if I show up and I'm like, oh, my back hurts, they go, what were you doing last night? You know. It was
I'm really
bad.
curious
Well, the
about
joke
this.
is funny
I
because
can't
usually
stop
it's the
thinking
girl
about
they
getting
say
a
they're
wax.
the
Like, I got to, I'm so
Why don't you
fucking
guys
curious.
make
wanna
that
get
a
it?
pod?
Like, we
bonding
all go-
experience?
Like a live experience.
We all go get a nice,
I don't know.
what's
I
it
would-
called? A
Waxing.
a Telly Salvis.
Oh, yeah.
And get
I feel like it's just so aggressive. I would do like my back and like my chest.
If you're gonna go,
On
you might as well
purpose.
just fucking go
everything.
deep, like deep. But yeah, fucking
Would you
I
get your
bet
face
that
waxed?
would
Clarkson.
hurt
Did
more
you
than
get
you
your face?
think.
for
Really?
a wax.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that'd be good though. I don't know. It's so weird.
Clean you out.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Last time this beard was gone is when I was Ace Ventura for Halloween.
You
That was
should,
the
you
last
should
time.
just do the fucking the
My son was like,
handlebars.
"Oh!"
You guys
Who are you?
I look like I was
Who are you?
17 years old.
You guys have
Right.
seen Neighbors, right? The
Yeah.
first one with Zac Efron,
Hoo-ah.
Seth Rogen, where they're making the molds,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and the black guy's like,
I
"Y'all
didn't-
shaved?"
right.
And he's like, "My follicles are so deep, man."
Yeah.
And, he's like, and and the guy he's like, it's okay, and he rips it off for him. It's just like, yeah,
It probably wouldn't.
ouchie.
On the screenplay, Jennifer Aniston said that when she received it, it was clearly written by men. During 2 weeks of intense rehearsing, she and Vince Vaughn improvised while the writers took notes, and thanks to those sessions, the female perspective was brought into the story.
I think it shines
I do too.
in this
Yep.
I would like to see that other
script.
script or adaptation.
Yeah, just video
just
game
dude-
playing.
yeah,
and shit.
like-
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Stupid bitch.
We're playing Call of Duty. Give me some Doritos.
Bring my
Where's my
highlights.
sandwich?
Right.
Ma, the meatloaf.
I don't know what she's doing.
Where's my Mountain Dew Code
I
Red?
never know what she's doing.
Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn were dating during the filming.
Yep.
That
They're-
always happens. I think that just happens. Yeah.
Their coupling, though, lasted for a year.
Yep.
The coupling.
That's
the
a thing?
coupling.
Why can't they just say
Coupling was a
relationship?
thing in the middle of
That's weird.
conduit or some shit.
I'm just copying
Say relationship.
because it sounds more intense. They're coupling.
It sounds inappropriate.
It does sound sexual. If in a
coupling.
weird way, yeah, coupling.
You know what it almost or
because it's an action
You
more
know
than
what
it
it
sounds
sounds
like a
like?
state of
You're
being.
right.
it makes me think of how like those very strict communities where they do like the courting.
Oh
Mm.
yeah.
That's kind of what the vibe
Old
is
school.
too.
I have
We've
brought you a
courted.
goat. I want your hand
For-
in marriage.
During the initial breakup scene, Jennifer Aniston argues that going to the Michigan versus Notre Dame football game to watch drunk students and leprechauns doing backflips isn't her idea of fun. Aniston's first major film was Leprechaun,
Yep.
while Vince Vaughn starred as the running back for Notre Dame in Rudy.
Wow.
Rudy was great.
Kind of a cool little, yeah.
That's a movie.
Well, one of the pictures.
That's a man's movie. Can be a
5
woman's movie
nothing.
too.
100 nothing.
One of the pictures they show, like at the beginning, where they're kind of showing their relationship develop. I'm pretty sure one of the pictures is them at a Notre Dame game. If I remember correctly. I liked that they did that too. Like I like how it
It looked
showed.
good, yeah.
It showed them first meet, and then that's how you get to where the movie can kick off.
Yeah.
Because I
Could've
feel
been-
like you didn't want to just kick off with them breaking
No,
up.
no,
You wanted to see that.
Well, you got to
develop.
be invested too.
But in the quickest way, like in the easiest way you could do it without taking up too much of the movie.
Sure. The original ending, featuring Gary and Brooke running into each other at an art fair, each dating someone else that looked identical to each other. Brooke's date looked like Gary, and Gary's looks like Brooke, was scrapped when it tested poorly.
Yeah, don't
A
like
new ending was filmed with the same result, but featuring Gary and Brooke running into each other on the street alone. In both versions, the two remain broken up.
Yeah,
I do think
that's
the
way
way
better.
that they ended it is good.
If
Yeah.
they were gonna stay broken up either way, I think that was the better way to do it than with them with both other people. Having other people with them.
I'm pretty sure they don't get back together, but it kind of leaves that thought
Well, how they like
lingering.
look back.
Yeah,
They're, like,
yeah.
kind of, oh.
It's kind of a lingering thought, but you don't think they
Keep
get
it
back together.
Right.
But it's a good ending, right? Open ended.
I think the look back was more of like a
Closure.
yeah, like oh, okay, good, and like a fondness. Like we did
times.
have good times.
I do
Yeah.
like how it ends with her just walking away. Like you're looking at her. You don't then pan back to him. It's like you're seeing his point of view of her
Right.
just going away.
Mhm.
And I think as the credits roll, it's a fade out, and that's it. Like they plan, oh, we need to get together, or yeah, I'm gonna come see your the boat thing or whatever. But nope, it's just it.
Great white bubble. It's a great white bubble.
Yeah,
I've
lots of
dated a lot of
boyfriends.
girls,
gay ones.
hot
what?
ones. You've had a lot of
You've had a lot of
boyfriends, gay ones.
That's the. I think it's the same scene, the shotgun to the dick scene, right?
It's right after.
They're right after.
He's pulling out the fucking catheter and gets
That
on
movie's
everybody.
funny, and like a lot of
I love
those
that movie. It's
movies,
one of my favorites.
a lot of those
great.
kinds of movies, I can't watch over and over again because
It's
like
real.
I
It's got freckles on it
because
and
like
shit.
I said, the dumb kind of humor isn't always my thing. Like as far as rewatching goes,
I love dumb.
but it was so funny.
good.
It was like the right people, you know.
And only a little bit of Chevy. You only
Just
you
the
don't-
taste.
You just need a
It's
little
just the
Chevy.
tip
Old
of it.
Chevy.
Final decisions out of 10 on the
Oh,
breakup.
Chevy.
What would we give this out of 10 and why? Tara first.
I would give this a 7.5.
7.5. I'm waiting for your like 1.765.
7.5. I only go to the 10th degree.
Okay, hold on, but why?
So I really like this movie.
Sure.
I like, even though you're like uncomfortable at times and you can feel like the toxic energy watching it, you are invested in it and it affects you emotionally, but also you're laughing. So like you get a lot out of this movie.
Sure.
And I
like
like
that
the
answer.
ending. I mean, it's called The Breakup. Like, I like that. And I like that they do go through the turmoil, even though they had a happy, assumed, mostly happy relationship. Even though
He had a
clearly
great one, yeah.
they had
He
some
was just chilling.
stuff that was like down deep.
Sure.
But I like that it ends the way that it ends. I like that they agreed that they had issues and they had both come to terms with it, but they knew they both had growing
Right.
to do.
Cool. Wally?
I give this movie.
I'm waiting for that number.
I think I'm going to give this a 7.
Sam,
Just to even 7.
even 7.
Because when I put it in categories, I always do subcategories of like, I think this is like a rom-com kind of thing, right? Does everyone feel the
It's
same way?
rom-com for
Yeah,
sure.
I guess it's
Rom-com.
rom-com.
But
Even though the rom falls apart.
this is the most believable rom-com I've watched in a very, very, very long time. For the most part, it's funny, but it hits home with a lot of different things. So it gets a 7 because it does that. It feels real as shit. I've been through everything, and all that shit. I think most of us have.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it real.
Oh, and I would watch it again. Like that's another reason. Like,
That puts it up there.
I would watch it
I'm
again.
going lower, so I'm going like 6.1.
6.1.
you said you
'Cause
loved this movie.
I do, but am I going to grab it to watch it? I'm not going to throw it in there.
It does. So that's I will say it doesn't
I think I'd
just.
rom-com this on a date.
I don't just like think
Ooh,
of
I
it
don't know.
and go
If
watch
I had
it.
to pick
At the
fun,
beginning, hold on.
But if
red
it
flags.
comes up
At the beginning of
like when I'm looking
relationship.
at a movie,
Sure.
then I go
Maybe.
to it. I'll
If you had
watch
to pick
it.
through
If it's
some
on
rom-coms,
TBS,
right? This is
I'm in there.
it's not number 1 by any means, but
Right.
it's in a list.
Oh, for
if I
sure.
saw,
It's not a
if I was
world
like
beater.
rom-coms to
Yeah.
watch on date night, and this was listed,
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be top 10 for me.
Yeah,
How to
I'm-
Lose a
but
Guy
I'm
in
not.
10
That's the
Days.
thing is, I'm just not.
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, that's what I'm
go
saying.
That's
right
like
away.
to me that's one of the
50
best
first dates
rom-coms.
kind of thing,
Oh, yeah,
you
for
know.
sure.
I don't know. Everyone has their own group of rom-coms, but yeah.
I'm going to hurt you guys' feelings here. I gave this movie a 5. Let me
I get it.
explain. Let me explain.
Let me explain.
to me, I'm just going to read what I wrote.
Sure,
'cause
read
this is what I do. This is almost a nothing type movie to me. Like, things happen, but at the end, you're left with the title of the movie
Vince
playing
Vaughn.
out,
Keep going.
which is the breakup, which you know coming in that they're going to break up. So there's no stakes here. There's no like, oh, do they get back together or whatever? No, they break up. Am I satisfied watching that? Not really. It had some funny and relatable parts, but the sum of the whole just doesn't add up to anything that I would personally watch again. While Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston were good, it just, I watched it and I'm through it.
Do you have a rom-com that you put above this, or a group of them that you?
I
put
mean, you
above
already
this?
said like
I mean,
50
I
First
would
Dates
hope
for
so, if
sure.
This is a 5 that it has.
I wasn't sure if just this type of movie sat low for you because the genre.
No, I mean, what's the one movie where the guy shows up from The Walking Dead with all the signs? What is that? You know what I'm talking about? Love Actually. That's a great movie. That's up there. Can't Hardly Wait. That's up there. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other movies like fucking Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh, that's great.
That's a good one.
Up there.
So I can kiss you anytime I
Oh
want.
yeah,
Right. I don't know. This isn't, to me, it's not a rom-com because it's not a love story. It's a breakup story, right? Like I get that they're in love, but they fall out of love and he realizes that he's in love with her finally and he should change. But she's like, too late, motherfucker. I'm out.
Yeah, I think this could almost more be classified as like a drom-com. Like it's a drama comedy. Like it's
And-
not
Is
because
that
they're.
a thing?
It is
It
now.
should be.
Nice.
But and as it goes on, it drags down, right? Like oh man, they might get back together, or this might be better, or whatever. Or Vince Vaughn's finally realizing, but then she's just like, nope.
I think people with your same mentality might have hit the ratings on this too.
Probably, yeah.
The resolve in this doesn't seem
Yeah,
like it's
and
Like they wanted a resolve and or like a
which is
we love
weird
each other
because I would have
resolve.
pegged you for the opposite because this gives
like
me
you
more
would have
of like
liked
a
that it
yeah.
ended.
I like the movie, but I
open-ended
don't.
a little bit,
I
but
don't.
not really.
I didn't enjoy the ride, if that makes sense. Like,
I love to ride.
oh, it's got to be a good ride. But what I'm saying, like, it didn't make me feel like I wanted to keep watching it. You know what I mean? Like, it ended and it was done. That's it.
Yeah.
So.
I got you.
Yeah. But we're at the end. You good?
Yeah, I got to roll.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap this up.
Just reading the messages, dear God.
Oh, Jesus. Next week, you guys are both not here.
Sure.
So we're going to figure out whatever that movie is going to be because it was going to be Josh's pick, then maybe your pick, but now it might
Sure,
be
sure.
back to me, or maybe there might be a special guest on. We don't
Ooh,
know. So
yeah,
we're going
we
to
could
find
do
that out
that.
next week. But again, thanks for listening, everybody. Wrapping this out to get Josh out of here to go and work. Right? Work?
Yeah, excited.
I would be. Bye.
See
See
you
ya.
guys later.
That's it.